devil, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Look at that. Vroom.
Right, so, yeah, welcome, folks.
Oh,
Joined
my
us
word.
You've joined us for the Backfire Simsport TV TCR Challenge Cup, Season 19, Week 7 this is. You got your chance to swap cars into this one. Only one driver has advised me of that, so let's see what happens. We are at the home of... What are we at the home of, did we say a minute ago, Alan?
Grassroots racing.
Grassroots racing and rain. We are at Wobbly's favourite track at Donington National Circuit, and it's 18 degrees. It's sunny at the minute, but you can see, folks, there is bird wee. That's right, bird urine is falling from the sky. So we've had a very sunny practice session, and we will talk more about rain in a minute. I'm Pete Bingham. In the booth with me is Sir Alan of Toon. Good evening.
Good evening, Pete. Good evening, everybody.
Yeah,
yes, terrifying prospect here as I peer through the sunshine and the glittering, sparkling drops.
Yeah.
So grassroots racing and plenty of wet stuff to keep those roots happy and thriving by the looks of it.
That's brilliant. What a great little sentence that is. Yeah, it's gonna be wet. No two ways about it. If we look at the weather forecast, hang on, let me get rid of that other thing. Look at that. It's like I know what I'm doing. Look at that cloud coming. Look at the cloud. Oh my god.
Oh, is this the terror control? I've heard about this new terror control.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the terror coming in.
Yeah, and there's no two ways about it, Alan. That says 100%, and it says 100% about...
in fairness, Pete, it only says 100% on the bits where it's not saying 99%.
Exactly. So they may get a respite. There may be like a tiny little bit of track, like 1% of the track where there's no rain. That's right. That's how it works, isn't it?
I think it's something like that. I think there's a snail down there holding up an discarded ice cream carton.
Yes, that's exactly right. Just at that 1% of the track, but only every about half an hour. So yeah, this one's going to be a bit tasty, a bit interesting, and because they've not raced in rain, in the whole of the practice session, we can throw that out the window and start again. Right, let's... I lied to you a minute ago, Alan. I said there was 36 in the session. There is now 37, 38, 39 in the session. People are still joining.
Good on them.
So,
right.
Go on.
This is exciting. Well,
yeah,
that's great, isn't it? Great numbers turning up, and it's good. I mean, if they're going to be in the rain, I think Donington's a great place to be in the rain.
Yeah,
there's a bit of runoff at the sides. It's not. You won't pay. There shouldn't be a fatal consequence for a small error.
No, too right.
It's not a punitive track in those terms, and that might be handy tonight.
Yeah, I think so. We have a rejoining driver. Jesus Alajon is here. Jesus has returned, literally. So here he is, racing for ADX Pro Livery.
Yeah, nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
Another ADX driver.
Yeah, it's good. In a different team though, so he's on his own. So hopefully he'll stick around for a few seasons. Lights are on, so the visibility must be poor. Let's just have a look at what he can actually see. You can see the tyre choices in the left-hand column there. Some staying on the dries just for now, at least.
It's too much spray for them to survive on the dries for long.
I think so.
Unless they're going to make an art of it, because well, we're not getting the.
It's quite sunny. It's quite sunny.
Yeah,
It's not raining at this.
We're not getting completely blinded by the spray as well.
No.
When it's really heavy, the track's really wet, then you get a lot more spray up than that. So it's still either that means it's either just started, hasn't had a chance to build up.
Yeah,
in which case it's going to get a lot worse than this.
Kind of as we started the broadcast, it started to rain, and it's not raining on one half of the circuit, and it is at the other at the moment. So, what's Cotton Corny saying? Go, 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 CTT, of course. And have a nice race on one of the most legend tracks, says Cotton Corny Studio. It's your back door, isn't it? Yours and Fee's.
Oh, it is. Just up the road, and yes, well beloved, actually. I do really... not just because I spent hours there, but because I really enjoy driving it around the spot. It's fantastic, and it's even better when you've seen your mates driving around there and winning races and stuff, isn't it? It's
Definitely
very exciting.
Yeah, right. Let's have a look at the standings. Whilst Greg Daffron did a very good job last week, he did not manage to lift Miguel off the top spot. We're now in the right-hand column, folks. So that's where your eyes go.
Already, goodness, already, Pete.
Yeah, just
goodness
wait one second, because I'm gonna do a bit of. If I do
well,
that,
the fact that we've got
this.
onto the drop scores is that means we're well along the season. It kind of wakes me up to where we are in the season.
Do that, and then press.
It doesn't do that straight away.
And then.
So we've also had the car swaps, which could have been only one car swap as well. So that's interesting.
That didn't work for some reason, so I'm going to have to go into here and try and do this instead. So if I did this...
Well, tell it to be reasonable, Pete.
I know,
honestly.
Honestly, it's just a shocker. Right, no, it's not doing it. Anyway, so we're on the right-hand column. So it's still Miguel Freitas. Well, no, he's not, is he? No, Greg Daffron has got ahead of him. He's on 1,061 points. 10 points ahead of Miguel Freitas. Apologies, folks. And then in third place is James Holman. Fourth place is actually Sam Blease. He is creeping towards the top. Sam Blease, multiple previous champion, is creeping up into fourth place. And then he's only a few points ahead of Daniel Mills. And that rounds out your top five. So, sorry, it's a bit higgledy-piggledy. I forgot to change the standing order.
Pete Newman is fifth, and he's been holding on to that position for quite a while now, it seems, Pete.
Yeah, he could be a big threat.
Well, it's good that he's managed to stay there, because we've had these really strong performances from Daniel and Greg and James in the last few weeks, haven't we? They've really been red hot.
Yep, absolutely. And David Johansson's moving forward as well. Simon Trendle had one bad race week, which has affected his points haul. But I wouldn't discount him just yet. He is the thing of champions, really, isn't he? Right, let's move on to Pro-Am. So in the Pro-Am standings again, we're in the right-hand column. This one's a bit more messy than the previous one, actually. Rene Earhart does lead that standings, but Carl Hardy moves into second place. If you look, Carl Hardy on 7:45 in the right-hand column is on 7:45. He sneaked his way forward. Good, solid performances. Quiet races, really, when you think about it. But he's done well, hasn't he, Alan?
Yes, it's been very, very consistent. And consistent for somebody who's right on the edge, remember? Because Carl is driving on the edge. He might be driving with people who've got a tenth or two in hand over him, but he's managing to keep it together against these guys and scoring the extra points because of the extra effort. So outstanding driving by him.
Yeah, and that puts Jamie Wilson into third, with Chris Young in fourth and Tony Walker in fifth. But there is only 152 points, Alan, between sixth and first.
Yeah, it's massively competitive, isn't it?
Yeah, there's 24 drivers in Pro. There's 23 drivers in Pro-Am. Can you believe that? That's bizarre. Pro used to be a small field and Pro-Am was massive. Now they're exactly the same, really.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Great balance, that is.
It is. It's just... It speaks volumes for what this league has now... what the drivers and the community have made this league to be. So, we have Rob Sutherland on the top spot. This one is actually pretty much in the order of the right-hand column with a few little shuffles. David Ayres in second, only 33 points behind. That is probably about as close as we've ever seen in a week 7. That's right up there.
Good. Yeah, David's doing well.
Yeah, he is.
So's Dan Lewis.
Yeah, Dan Lewis. Yeah.
Rob has just been outstanding. I think. Yeah, again, he's been very quick and very reliable. The RD Simsport guys have come to race, and they've been doing it on every level of the league.
Yep, they have, and they got all the podiums last week. So yeah, it's all in one race anyway. And then Silas Goebel is actually in fourth. If you look at the right-hand column, he's got 448 points. That moves him above Chris Dixon on 390. But even Chris Dixon there, having a solid season, 5th place in a 15-driver field. That's something special, Alan.
Yeah, no, he's having Yeah, against consistency has been the story right down every one of these tables. It's consistency, isn't it?
Yeah.
Turning up every week and maybe not winning, but being there or thereabouts and being able to put in a consistent, decent point scoring. And if you do that every week and don't have a bad week, because one bad week can really have a devastating effect when points are so close.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And we've seen the effect of being safe in this league. It gets you good points. As in, it protects the points you do earn as opposed to throwing them away. Right, let's have a look at team standings. I'm going to change it on my other screen so that I can get it in the right order for you folks. RD Simsport are stretching. Oh, right, it is in the right order. RD Simsport are nearly 100 points ahead, which is nothing at all when you consider that 2 drivers from each team score points. So Impulse Racing still in the shout, absolutely, Alan.
Oh God, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
There's still plenty of mileage in this race.
Oh yes, yeah, definitely. ADX JCB are actually moving up the field. They've put Hydro Race Geodesic behind them last week, but not by much. Obviously, you can see it there. It's 45 points. And then Team Chimera holding on there with their 2 drivers. You see all the top ones have got 3 drivers, so they get the top 2 drivers in each of those teams, each race, score for the team. So Team Chimera, Jamie and Simon, they're the only ones in that team. So they're doing brilliantly well. Coming under a bit of pressure, I'd say, from RD Simsport 2 team, which has got Rob Sutherland in it, Alan.
Yeah, well, I imagine their tails high, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
How can they not be? RD are doing a sterling job. I think it's great. Impulse have got a real challenge. It's great that they've both got 3-sided teams. At least, yeah, they've both got three driver teams, which is nice. It's a straight fight between very high quality drivers. And yeah, it's just about it's the cream. It's cream, and it's we should be grateful to see this kind of quality of driver in these races. I do. It's fantastic.
Yeah, too right. And then driver of the meeting. This is shuffled up a bit actually. So we've got a whopping 5 drivers, Alan, fighting for top spot at the moment. Greg, Daffron, Rob Sutherland, James Holman, Chris Young. Look how many RD Simsport drivers in different teams there are in the top 5. 4 of the top spots. Wow.
That's what we were saying though about their incredible, also almost domination.
Yep.
They've put in so many out. It's just outstanding driving, Pete, isn't it? They've just been putting in outstanding driving performances every week and being there first and second.
Yep.
In the right at the sharp end, and putting in great drives.
Yeah, very, very almost perfect drives from some of them in RD Simsport. And then your Safe Driver Award, Alan. Rennie Earhart, he's right at the top of it yet again. He is our safest driver this season.
Well, he's also rapid, isn't he?
Yeah, he's so fast.
And every time I see his name, he's right in the thick of things and punching well above his weight, but he doesn't seem to go over the white lines. And well done, Renee.
Yeah,
we love it.
So, and it's no wonder that Cutting Corny have got so many fans watching all the time. Right, where are we? Going qualifying.
Well, they've got a lot of drivers, so they've got a lot of fans, but that's probably only 2 each.
Yeah, it's a good point actually. Yeah, we've got lots of cars streaming onto the racing circuit now to do their qualifying laps. It is raining. It's showing no signs of the rain abating, so I think we are into.
Have you checked the tyres?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I'll do that in a second. We are at 100% rain. There's no 99s anymore, Alan. Oh my. The little man with his umbrella.
For that. We didn't want that element of uncertainty, Pete.
No, we didn't. No.
We were going to lose that 1%. We didn't want that. No. If we're going to drown, let's all drown in style.
Yeah. Oh dear. Well said. Right, let me get the tyres on the screen. I can't believe it. I
love it that the window wipers work and we can see the window wipers now.
Yeah. That's what we pay for those graphics, so we might as well see it. Oh, God. Why am I watching that when I could be watching this?
I love it. We waited years for the window wipers to work in my NMX5. It was so exciting the first time you hit the wiper switch and they worked. It was really exciting.
Yeah, no, it's the little things, isn't it? You know, those sort of things make a simulator, because it's supposed to be, you know, real life.
Yeah, absolutely.
Represented. That's the whole point. David Johansen in the foreground, in the distance there, was doing an overtake. So it's getting rainier and the track is getting wetter, but the sun is still out, Alan. It's weird.
Yes, but there's certainly water on the ground.
Yeah.
But they seem to be handling this very well. I haven't seen anything really scary. No bow flimsy movements so far. No. So they seem to be dealing with the conditions. Well, if these lot can't deal with the conditions, nobody can.
Well, there is that. As Carl Hardy goes off into the beach at Old Hairpin. We will go on board with somebody once we get some times on the board here. They're going to be quite slow times, obviously, compared to the rapidity which we normally expect from these guys.
It's all about things being relative, isn't it?
Of course, of course.
So what you might see is an interesting shuffle. It's something I've observed before, that some drivers have an outstanding feel for the wet conditions. It's something I've seen in the MX5 league that I race in. There's a couple of drivers there who suddenly come to the fore and very shiny when it gets wet. They've got a really good feel for the conditions, and it could well be that a couple of these guys have got an outstanding feel for the work. You see it in Grand Prix racing, and it certainly works in sim racing.
Yeah. Right, let's jump on board with Stephen Walker, our current reigning champion. He is making his way down here through, well, that was hooray for Hollywood. Now we're in the Crane of Curves. And then we're going to head into Old Hairpin. A lot of counter steer there. And a car off to the left. RD Simsport 3 car. Now we're going up the hill here. Up through Starkey's, which is this one, Starkey's Bridge. And then Schwantz, which is the next left-hander. McLean's is the one that they approach with caution in the wet. And in the dry, actually. It's this right-hander here. Normally a third gear, I think. Second gear in the wet. And then up this hill. It sharpens up this hill. When you get into Coppice, which is a double right-hander here, you got to be careful in the dry. So it's going to be lethal in the wet through there.
Curbs, it's the curbs, Pete.
Yeah.
I don't see any bad reactions to the curbs, but
no, true.
A wet curb is normally a dangerous curb.
Yeah, and then down Starkey straight here into is that Roberts or something like that? I can't even remember. Yeah, Roberts chicane, and then down Wheatcroft. Mr. Wheatcroft set the first fastest time here, I think, or something like that. You can use a lot of the left-hand side of the track, but there was cars exiting the pit lane there, and through Redgate here, and we kind of join up with where we started. So no surprises. Everybody is on wet tyres, Alan. You'd be a bit mad not to. Yeah.
I think if somebody was on dries and trying to be optimistic, we'd have probably seen evidence of it by now as they circulated in the middle of the track.
Yeah.
Stationary, but
actually, I think
we haven't seen that, have we?
We've got 40
in fact, all we've seen so far is really very good car handling.
Yeah.
Nothing untoward. They seem to be taking it in their stride so far.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, these guys are pressing on. Make no mistakes. Not like they're holding back. They're pressing on here.
Yeah. So Alberto Sigolini, a bit out of shape coming around that last corner, is currently the provisional poleman for now, unless he gets ousted in a minute. Greg de Front.
Lap.
Yeah.
Purple.
Yeah, I know. He's just set a fastest one again. He looked well out of shape in that Roberts chicane at the end there.
Well, the line is out to bash a curb. It depends which curb he bashed.
Absolutely.
Well, it used to be that you used to take the inside curb, so I presume it's still the same that there's a curb to take. Because he did take one, didn't he? He did slow himself.
Yep. And
I do say, we've had yet again cars with suspension damage, picking up damage from big hits on curbs. So we don't want to be getting too many big thumps off the curbs, because they can definitely, because of this cumulative damage thing, which everybody forgets about. If you have 6 or 7 good thumps, which you don't think anything about, over 8 or 9 laps, it can actually bring you to a sad end with a pit stop.
Yeah, when you get meatballed for something that you think is innocuous, but it's not. It's like you say, it's the cumulative build-up of damage.
Yes, and it catches you out, Pete, because you just don't think about it. They're just little knocks as you go around, but of course they're cumulative. So something you've forgotten about 4 laps ago suddenly comes back to bite you.
Yeah. And JB switched from blue cars to pink cars to bring back the BSTV pink team. Stands out from the
nice
crowd.
One, JB.
Yeah.
And doing very well.
Yeah. Who's not set a time yet? There's a few at the back end. JB is one of them. Silas off the track just there. Ran out of room at Coppice. Luke Jones just moved up the standings unbelievably high. Pete Newman is now the provisional pole man.
Wow, well done, Pete.
Yeah. Ooh, sideways.
Well, his driving style suits the rain.
Oh, okay. That's good intel. I didn't know that.
He's very calm. It's so much about good style in the wet is the control inputs.
Yeah.
They need to be smooth.
Very true.
You don't want to be doing anything jerky or too quick.
No.
And Pete's just a very smooth driver of the controls. It's very smooth. Never looks rushed. Never to make minor adjustments on the steering. All these things, you get to be a driver.
Yeah.
And not quite getting it right every time. Pete looks like he's getting it right all the time. Until, of course, he isn't, but no, everyone's human.
Yeah.
His general driving style is very relaxed and not at all, and the opposite of twitchy.
Yeah. Someone else who's obviously suiting wet conditions is Wayne Douglas, who we were on board with there until he got underneath the boot lid of Tony Walker and then backed off it so that he could get some decent air in front of him for his next racing lap.
Miguel's risen to the top.
Oh, he has, yeah, well done. Good spot. Oh, and Jay Corley just moved into 3rd place.
He was one of the people I would eyeball as a good wet racer.
Yeah, don't forget, folks, Jay Corley streams his races live, so don't tune into his stream as well.
Watch his replays.
Yeah, watch his replays. Yeah.
No, he's risen to the top before in the wet.
Yeah, totally.
Look at that. It's doing a bit of gardening there. Very nice. Scaring the worms, no doubt.
Yeah. He's certainly sorting out the molehills or something like that. Right. So
there's Andy. Is that Andy? Look at that. He did that very nicely. Go around there.
Kind of better than Jay at the minute, but that's for a different reason.
I wonder what's happening with Jay. He looks like he's given up on tarmac.
Yeah, I mean the grass used to be quicker. Depends on how.
I think he's probably got a broken car and he's trying to drive backward.
Yeah. Right, let's see who's in the chat at the minute. Who's going in the chat? So PVG was in the chat earlier, but he's on track somewhere, right? Yeah, he's doing all right.
In 8th position currently.
Yeah, that's nice. I like that.
He is. He's doing very well.
Simon Trendle out in the kitty list.
Is that Simon? Goodness.
Even the best of them.
Come on, Simon. Keep it on the tarmac, lad. He's good at doing that.
Yeah, so Quentin Coney Studio says, sorry I can't join you. Oh, Chris, sorry, says, sorry I can't join you guys, still missing some hardware. Oh dear. Hopefully you get that sorted soon. Kurt is on there, let's go. CCT.
Oh, that's a shame.
Quentin Corney.
Chris has been driving really well, hasn't he? Goodness.
Yeah. Trev says, let's go RD, so the RD Simsport fans are out there. And Alex Sevillano Lado says, let's go Racing Forces. What's the weather forecast for the race? Do you want to tell him?
It's pissing down, Alex.
And what's it going to do later on?
It's going to carry on, I suspect, because it's 100%.
Yeah, for the whole of the evening, so far anyway. So look at where Pete Van Gool is. 8th place. He's miles ahead of the rest of his field at the minute. That was what Wayne Douglas was looking like doing a minute ago, but he's been overhauled now by Stefan and by Pete Van Gool in that particular little
good to see. Well done, Pete.
Yeah.
And but yet again, another one who you could point at. He's never had to. He's never asked. You know, he never has to reset his steering when he's going into a corner. He always gets it. It's always perfect. The car's always perfectly set up when he's going into a corner. So he's never doing these oversteering and understeering, or he always gives his car the best chance of getting round the corner.
Yeah. Oh God, who was that disappearing off
stage? That was exciting.
It was. Yeah, he's gone.
It was Chris.
No, Chris Young is the one on the screen.
Is that Fee?
That's Chris Dixon. Is it ahead? Yeah. Got out of the way, way out of the way, on the grass, no stopping. So Gustavo Dinners on the chat says, let's go Chris Young and Daniel Mills. So more RD Simsport fans on the chat. Don't forget to give us a like, folks, on YouTube. It does actually make a difference. Didn't realise it did at first. But yeah, it does.
I think it's the amount of them that you get.
Yeah, Alberto has just taken the provisional pole spot for ADX JCB.
Yes, it's tight.
Yeah, I'm just going to take this call, so I'm just going to mute the broadcast. You'll be able to hear me though, Alan. You keep talking.
Okay. Well, Alberto's just gone swept back into the lead and then gone into the pits. So he's clearly very content. But there's 2 minutes left on qualifying time, so people have still got time to put in that vitally fast super lap. Let's see. We'll see how they get on. Not an awful lot of pit activity at the moment, which is good. We don't want to see people in the pits now during quality. It's the last thing they want to be doing, looking at a pit wall. I'm sure I can see a pink work guard car. And it looks like a pink work guard car. So...
Right, I am back. What have I missed?
Well, it looks like a pink work guard car in the pits. So is that Fee?
Yeah,
it's Fee.
Yes, it is.
Fee. It's Fee, yeah.
Cool. Lots of...
I thought I'd seen that. That's the one that went off at the back.
Yeah, lots of
behind Chris. They've all had a little excursion.
Yeah. Oh, Matthias is in. Matthias Pantilla. We've not seen Matthias all season. He's in. RD Simsport 4, Alan. They've got 4 teams. Can you believe that? This is the first of the 4th team we've seen, I think. So Matthias is here. We're expecting brilliant things from Matthias. He's a pro driver.
He's very welcome, and isn't that wonderful to have 4 teams?
I know.
Oh, that's wonderful. It's a compliment to you, Pete. Yeah, honestly.
We're very blessed, aren't we, to have, the calibre of RD Simsport rocking out 4 teams for us.
Yeah.
Very entertaining. Thank you very much for RD Simsport. Right, let's have a look at the other RD Simsport, which is Greg Daffron. He's their shining star at the moment, at least, because he's right. Well,
unusually not sitting on the pole position for the where he's been for the last 2 weeks. Yeah. Hello,
we've gone.
Flag's flying.
Yeah, we're done. So heat race, folks. So it just boots us out straight away, unceremoniously, I must point out.
Didn't hang around to get us back on the grid either.
No, I know. So, our first race tonight, folks, is going to be 20 minutes.
Wobbly's fave.
Yeah, Wobbly's favourite track, Donington National.
Yeah, he does it here.
Yeah. So, let's find me a camera before I reset the timer. Oh, God, is everything pointing at the back of JB's car? Yes, it is. At least we can't see David Ayres flashing his lights. Anyway, right.
Oh.
What do you mean, oh? Right, names only, folks, because there's over 40 of them in the session now, believe it or not. Oh, no, there is 40. Alberto,
40 cars. Well done, chaps.
Yeah, Alberto Sigolini will lead us away for ADX JCB. Miguel Freitas will be next to him on the front row. Third will be Greg Daffron. I made his name sound French. He's very happy with that. JM Gomez will go off 4th. 5th will be Jay Corley. Don't forget to watch his stream after this one. Pete Van Gool will go off 6th. That's a great qualifying from PVG.
Fantastic.
Andreas Gilman off 7th. Pete Newman 8th. 9th will be Gonzalo Fabi. Welcome back to you. Simon Trendle 10th. 11th will be Constantino Marino. 12th will be Matthias Pentila. I've lost where my buttons are. 13th will be David Johansson. 14th will be Chris Young. Daniel Mills will go off. 15th, Stefan Goebel. 16th. 17th will be Jesus. I hope I'm saying your name right, Alacon. 18th will be Callum Brandt. 19th will be Stephen Walker. Tony Walker, his brother, goes off just up behind him slightly in 20th. 21st, Wayne Douglas. 22nd, Ura Larkinen. Rene Earhart off 23rd. 24th will be Luke Jones. 25th will be Demis Titular. Roger Morton off 26th. 27th will be JB Dejay. Cal Hardy, 28th. 29th will be James Holman, well out of position. Rob Sutherland, 30th. 31st will be Kurt Riedler. Dietmar Hoos, 32nd. 33rd will be Silas Goebel. Paul Hurley off 34th. 35th will be Daniel Lewis. Fiona will go off 36th. 37th will be Chris Dixon. Rob Jackson off 38th. 39th will be David Ayres. And 40th will be Andy Littler.
Oh, interesting at the bottom end there. David's a bit out of position.
Yeah.
From where it would normally be. So, exciting times for him. Able to overtake his whole team.
Yeah, windscreen wipers are a buzz at the moment.
What's that with Mr. Douglas?
Douglas?
Why is he not lit up?
No, he's... Oh, because he's doing a pit lane start. Sorry, I forgot about that. He's been punished for an infringement in a previous race. So, well done to Wayne for remembering that. Because I had completely forgotten. Look at that, Andreas off to the left-hand side there as we race towards turn 1 in the wet, folks, at Donington. 4 wide into turn 1, just ahead of where we're looking at the moment.
Turn 1's a bit of a hairy old corner.
Little hit, just a little one at least. Right, as we go round Hollywood and into the Craner Curves for the first time, heading down towards the... it will be completely lethal, regardless of if they're on wet tyres or not. Old Hebbin, who was that? We've got,
no,
dear. Go. Right, brakes. Brakes.
Brakes.
Right, so a few cars off, folks, but no disasters. As in, not a full... that looks messy. Bits of car.
Looks like a bit of a safeguard car.
I think it's Silas. It was Silas's car.
Oh, it's Silas. Oh, great.
I think if we look at the bits right now...
Poor old Silas.
Well,
got bits of his car
not just Silas. So if I look in here, both the VTS cars are in there.
Oh, what?
Yeah, sorry, but that's the truth of it. Silas and Stefan, both off. We'll have a look at what happened to them in a minute. Right, so sun's still out.
They've had to click back as well, so that's really bad. That's bad news that they've had to click and not to drive in.
I know. They've got to tow all the way around now. So sad news for VTS Esports as we watch this massive field. Oh, somebody else has gone to the pits. Daniel Mills has gone to the pits for a jump start.
Oh, crikey.
He's on the naughty list. JM Gomez has gone to the pits. And he's going to go and get a fast repair.
Oh, look at that. He's got a bent axle there.
Yes, he does. Yeah, well spotted, Alan. So, Alberto Cigolini leads by quite a long way, actually. He's got 1.3 seconds over the mighty Miguel Freitas, previous champion of this series. And then mega fast. Can I make his name sound any more French, do you think? Greg?
No, Greg Dafron, I think is very good. Dafron.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. Let's make him really French and we'll completely convince the viewers. Right, okay.
Ooh la la.
Ooh la la. Mon Dieu.
So, we've got Mr. Corley and Mr. Van Gool stuck right in the middle of the top 10.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
This is a very good driving for the pair of them.
Yeah.
Jay is accustomed to being in the blue and everything. He's in pro territory, but this is a fine drive by Pete to stick his car in there.
Yeah, look at Gonzalo Fabi here. He's putting mega pressure on Pete Van Gool. He's outbraked him, or has he outbraked himself? No, that's perfect.
Oh, well done.
Beautiful
what
bit
a
of
piece
racing.
Driving that was.
Yeah, that was gorgeous, wasn't it?
The pair of them, that was beautiful judged overtaking.
Yeah.
But, very nice line by Pete. Keep it all safe and tidy.
Oh, Marco Nemela on the track.
Well, come on. A careful re-entry there.
Yeah.
I don't know which one of those was. Could have been Silas, could have been...
I think it's Stefan.
Was it Stefan?
Yeah. Oh, no, it could have been Silas. Sorry, yeah.
But either way, it was a nice rejoin, and the other guy was waiting. Also very cautious and careful.
Oh, Jake Hawley overtakes Greg Dafron. Oh, sorry, Greg Dafron.
Is he... Oh, was that Greg on the grass?
It was Greg, on the grass and then on the tarmac. Got overtaken as well by Gonzalo.
Gonzalo.
Who's doing really well, like really well. He's up 5 places. Not as good as Stephen Walker, up 6, but his qualifying was rubbish. He will forgive me for saying that.
Got paint now, hasn't he?
Yeah. James Holman was well out of position when he started. He's up 8 places. Chris Dixon, up 11 places. Collective round of applause for you.
Well done, Chris.
Yeah.
But, Rob is still leading the way.
Yeah.
And, it's great driving. We've got Daniel Mills down in 32nd place. Is I saying that right?
Yeah, he got a penalty, don't forget.
He got the penalty.
Yeah. Where's Wayne? Wayne should be absolutely siding through this. He is. He's doing a brilliant job, yeah. Good job.
Where are we?
There we go.
Oh, Chris Young's there. Second. That's pretty good going, Chris. He did a great drive last week, Chris Young.
I mean, what?
Yeah, again, he's stuck in the green into the blue.
Yeah, what must this look like from the cockpit of Greg's car? Because he's going to get filled in.
I don't think it's not as bad as. I mean, it used to be absolutely you couldn't see anything.
Right.
When it first came out, they had to reduce the amount of spray by a considerable degree because you really couldn't see anything when they first came out.
Yeah, Gonzalo missed the apex by about a week there.
This is the refined and sophisticated version where you actually retain some vision.
Well, we've got puddles generating at the sides of the track coming out of McLean's.
You can still, even though it's at the heaviest now, you can still see the car in front, and that wasn't the case when it first came out.
Right, okay.
The car in front was completely obscured, which made things a bit tricky.
Yeah, I'm sure. Still not great though, is it? If you know, I mean, it's not supposed to be, right?
It's not supposed to be.
Yeah, exactly.
But you retain. At least you can see some of the car in front.
Oh, an overtake here. That could be brilliant. But that outside line might be better in the wet.
This is
Go on, Pete.
Constantino Marino.
It is Constantino Marino. I wish I had a name like that. I say it every week. That sounds fantastic. He's off the gas there, coming through. You wouldn't normally be, obviously. We're in wet conditions.
Corners, especially in the wet. These are tricky.
Second gear through there. It's usually third through there.
Yes.
It's crawling all over
very easy to lose your way.
Yeah.
This is a tricky sections of track, but they're not holding back, are they?
No way. Nor should they.
Come on now. This is brilliant stuff.
Yeah.
I'm very impressed by the standard of the driving, man. I really am. Very impressed.
Yeah.
These guys, these are wet conditions, and these are doing very well. I'd like to know what it says on their track conditions. Does it say very wet on their track conditions boards?
Let's just have a double check that everybody is actually on wets. Yes. Yeah. Okay. That's it's expected,
you wouldn't survive on
just in case.
Dries, would you?
No.
You wouldn't survive on dry.
Whoa! Sideways. Oh, Pete's gone wide.
We did see Simon do a fantastic drive on dry tyres in the wet.
Yeah. Jay Corley, fastest lap.
Oh, there's Jay. He's just purple.
Yeah. Nice work, mate.
Brilliant.
Simon Trendle.
Absolutely brilliant.
Oh, David Johansson. David Johansson getting one over on him at the minute, but that cutback's going to be brutal for him. Yeah, he's had to give ground. Simon's got the right line. Simon's got the right line.
Two great racers. Yeah. They'll want to race hard, but they'll want to keep it together as well. So,
that was a bit cheeky, but it's hard racing. That's good. Andreas Gilman just in the middle of the mess behind in terms of the rain, anyway.
Well, they want to finish the race.
Yeah.
But it's a risky business, but they're racing hard and they're.
David's gone wide.
David just got off there as he got back on safely.
There's a big puddle along there. I think he did. Yeah, he's got good car control, hasn't he? He's dropped another position behind him to Matthias, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, he's back on safely.
Yeah, he's back on safe. So he'll gather himself together and get back on it. So he's got Stephen Walker now closing him down just here.
Well, Stephen's picked up his pace a bit then, hasn't he?
He has. You can now definitely see puddles though, Alan.
Oh, yeah.
Like proper ones. Right, let's go to the front because your race leader is Alberto Schigolini still, and he is no seconds at all, really, ahead of Miguel Freitas. Jay Corley is in third, doing a great job. Then we got Gonzalo Fabi, Greg Daffron just behind him. Constantino Marino has just posted the fastest lap of the race at the back of these three. This is the fight for fourth place. Then we go to Pete Van Gool. Who's getting close? Oh, no.
Commentator's curse. Oh, your curses are so powerful.
They are strong, aren't they? Ooh. Oh, I don't like it.
You only got to think about it. And it happens. Goodness me.
Yeah.
Amazing. Oh, look at that.
So Stephen's on this little group.
In his boot there.
Yeah, Stephen's
on. I once saw one of these cars with. When you see one of these cars going by with the arms of a corpse hanging out the boot, it always makes you wonder.
Yeah.
But yes, a very hairy business, but it looks like everyone's got through it in one piece.
Just about, anyway. David Johansson.
It's
through. He's doing this. Nicely woed up there. That was good.
Beautiful.
Really nice. Stephen Walker, though, he's on a mission now. He's caught this group really fast, and he's overtaking Matthias already. Just there.
Oh, is he going to make it this time?
Well, the outside line is just as good as the inside in the wet round. Red.
Depends on your nerve.
Yeah.
So, well, there you go. That was a perfect overtake.
Yep, you're
beautifully executed.
Hip check. Oh, Roger Morton and Euro Larkin.
Trying hard to keep it on the track, keep them straight. Very difficult, but side by side in these conditions at Donny doesn't get any more fun than this.
No, it doesn't. Oh, and we've got more going on. So, no, not that.
One of our favourite purple.
PVG.
Come on.
Not
yeah.
PVG is not having a good day. He's moving backwards now quite a lot.
Come on, Pete.
He needs to gather himself together. Get it pointed in the right direction and go forward. Pete Newman.
He's been dazzled by those purple cars.
Yeah.
Easily done.
Ooh. Good grief. That was robust from Constantino Marino. He's got the bit between his teeth and bossing a previous multiple champion, Simon Trendle. Oh, that's lots of door banging.
As well. Well, that's going to cost him a couple of tenths.
Well, he's lost out in that. Andreas Gilman might be the one that mops everything up. Although Pete Newman later on the brakes. Battle of the Elantras, this.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful driving. This is superb.
Yeah, they'll be loving it, I'm sure. We will go and have a quick look at what happened to Stefan and Silas at the very beginning. At the very beginning.
Talk about bad luck. 40 blooming cars. And
I know.
The two
of the same team.
Exactly the same from the same team end up in the pits.
Right, here we go. Very quickly. Silas, this is. We should see something to do with Stefan ahead. Silas around the outside at the Craner curves. Oh, he's just got on the... Oh, no! Oh, how unfortunate is that?
Oh, my word. Is that blue on blue?
Ish.
We'll have to let the moral police work that one out.
I want to know the odds for something like that. Because that must be a bazillion to 1.
I guess...
oh, my God. Andreas.
It's not the way... You don't mind looking through your window and seeing your teammate coming towards you generally?
No, until one of them is stood still and one is not.
Yes, one of you sideways on the track going 60 miles an hour while you're stationary.
Yeah.
Still, good clean fun. Yeah. In the best possible taste.
Absolutely. This is very intimate. Gonzalo Fabi is wanting past Jay Corley here. Jay Corley's having none of it. And Jay is on the favourable line for Old Hairpin, which is this one.
Oh, nasty corner.
On the favourable line. May still be, but Gonzalo's got mega speed out of there. That Honda's absolutely hooked up.
He took that corner beautifully. It's such a difficult corner to get it just right, and he did that, and he just stuffed it in there.
Yeah.
Brave as you like.
Bit of Rubbins racing earlier on this lap, but didn't see anything that was particularly nefarious.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
No. Right, meanwhile, at the front, we've got 6 minutes, remaining of this race. Alberto still leads.
Is, yeah, well, he's got a great deal of encouragement, hasn't he?
Yeah.
It's got Miguel 0.3 of a second behind him.
Yeah.
That's very encouraging. But Mr. Fabi's dropped off a bit now, 7 seconds. These have got a convincing gap at the front. I doubt they're going to be seen again.
Don't know what's going on with Fee. Don't know. That's the question mark. Right, we're going to look at cutting corny cars now because there's cutting corny fans. Kurt Riedler is in 34th. He's had a bit of a rough ride so far. Rene Earhart had a very rough ride at the very start of this race on a total recovery drive now, and he's pulling it back. But your top cutting corny car is Dietmar, who's up in the lofty heights of 24th, up 8 places from the start, and doing a great job so far. So well done to him. Wayne Douglas was doing great laps at the start, then had a bit of a rough ride, I think, and he's about where he started at the moment.
How's his lap time looking? Is he
he's fast.
Moving up the field?
Yeah, he's fast. He's got a good 123 in him. The very top car's doing 122s, and I think Miguel's getting the sniff of it now. As Alberto goes a little defensive. He's only allowed 1 move off that racing line. That could be classed as 2, so he's going to have to watch that. Otherwise, race direction. Ooh, Miguel's gone super deep. He's going to get a massive, massive slowdown for that now.
He is.
So.
How many times have we done that?
Yeah, you're only allowed to move off.
Fraction late, just a fraction late on the brakes, and you don't make the corner. It's as simple as that. And it is only a fraction. And when you're in those close positions where you're looking for the overtake, well, you're committed.
Yeah, too right. So we're going to have to keep an eye on Alberto and make sure he's... this is busy back here. He's not doing multiple moves on the straights. And these guys come piling through here. 2 groups of 3 here. This group and the group just ahead.
Flying.
Look at Pete Newman gobble up the track to catch up with Constantino there. I'm sure he just took about a second out of Constantino.
It looked like it was. It looked like he was going fairly swiftly.
This is going to be a group of about 7 cars or 8 cars in a minute, fighting it out for 3rd place. This is a full group of. Well, that might be even 10 cars. 3, 6, 9. Sorry, 9 cars for 3rd place here. This is going to get a bit tasty, I think. Miguel is slowly closing down Alberto again at the very, very front. Nice bit of driving there from Gonzalo. Came off his line once, returned to the racing line. That's exactly what you should do. Very fair racing. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, no, Roger, get back on the track. Careful, careful. There we go. There's your captain going through.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Carl Hardy had a bit... Well, he was well off the track at the very start. And that was Pete Newman doing the fastest lap of the race. But we're 3 wide at Redgate. And Andreas...
Well, I did say they were looking pretty nippy at the moment.
Yeah, that split this group
they
up.
You said he was coming fast and gobbled up his lead. Well, that's why.
Yeah.
They're flying.
Very much
in these conditions as well. It's an incredible pace they're committing. Stephen is hanging on to the back of them.
I know. There he is.
Gritted. And yes, he hasn't given up. There's 2.5 minutes left in this race. He thinks he's
yeah.
He 4 or 5 paces in that time.
I bet he could as well, because 3rd place is just making his way up the hill there. I mean, that's ridiculous. Rene Earhart making his way back through the field. He's got Rob Sutherland next, and Chris Dixon is currently 2nd in class. Paul Hurley is top class in AM. Blade Designs, JAS, just an average sim racer.
Oh, well done. Well done, Mr. Hurley. Let's see that. Yeah.
Oh, and then Chris, I think, just got relegated 2 positions in 1 corner, sadly. Miguel Freitas, fastest lap of the race, and closing back in on race leader, Alberto Sigolini.
What, 2 laps, you think?
this 1+1, I think. That was Old Hairpin. Yeah, I think this is going to be 1+1. So the rest of this 1+1 more. This will be leading on to white flag lap. We're going to stay with this, even though there's battles everywhere, because Miguel is right on him now. This is from Miguel's windscreen, inside his windscreen. Well, it's supposed to be inside, just. He's going to get filled in with rain, though. He's going to stay in his tow. Alberto moves off the line. Miguel takes some tow, and then they both return onto the racing line. We should see Barney in a second.
He needs a clean release from here, because this is one of the best overtaking spots. If he can get a good release and get
there's Barney
on the outside.
Yeah, white flag. And back markers ahead.
He's looking for it. Can he do it on the brakes?
He's going to try and do it on the outside. A little touch. Nothing wrong with that.
No, that was just the cars coming together. They're both.
Pete Newman, fastest lap.
Splendid job again.
Oh, he's at the back of the group
he's
now.
Flying. Pete is.
Lots and lots of racing right to the very end here. Currently, your poleman for next race is going to be Callum Brandt, if nothing changes, in 15th place, because we reversed the top 15 in the second feature race, 40-minute race, needs a pit stop, unless we go yellow, of course, and then that might change things significantly as Pete Newman goes round the outside of Constantino Marino and does him all the way around the outside. Well done. Right, let's go back to the
overtake.
Yeah.
Classy bit of driving by Pete.
Alberto is flashing his lights like mad because this is a race victory potentially, and he's coming up against a massive crowd of back markers.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to straighten the car up. Oh, this is going to be close, Alan. This is going to be really close.
Oh.
Really close. Oh my word. Wow.
Fantastic.
Holy crap.
Oh, say, chaps, well done indeed.
Ooh-wee.
Glorious racing.
Yeah, that was remarkable. Right. Oh, Jake Hawley, at one time third, finished 8th, but wow, so much fun, I'm sure, for him.
Yeah.
Got more cars coming over the line. That was amazing.
They've all done great. They've all done fantastically well. I just think that was a fantastic race. And under these conditions, it's outstanding driving. Yeah. Absolutely outstanding.
And this is still going on. This is Rob Sutherland, is it? Yeah. Rob Sutherland chasing down Paul Hurley. And this is for the top AM class position, so this could change. That's Renee Earhart in the foreground, just ahead of these two.
Yeah, oh, that's it. There's competition for everybody in this league.
Yeah.
You're not sure the people to race
nice
with.
Work. Paul Hurley gets his class victory there, and Chris Dixon finishes 3rd in class. Well done.
Well done indeed to Chris, but I think they've all had a bit of fun in that one, so good on them.
Yeah, it looks like Kurt had a great time as well.
Yeah, he's a happy boy.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Paul
That's
Hurley.
nice to see.
Paul
happy
Hurley.
drivers. There's nothing nicer to see than happy drivers.
Yeah. Just an average sim racer says Hurley is a rainmeister. Wow, that was some effort, that like.
I think they're all rainmeisters.
Yeah, I won't argue with that. Absolutely right. Right, so let's have a look at the finishing order for race 1. Once I've figured that out. Oh, no.
Sun's come out again, Pete, and dry track.
Yeah, that's not happening. I need to press this, don't I? Yes. Okay, so your race winner from race 1 was Alberto Sigolini for ADX Esports JCB. Well done. And Miguel Freitas comes home second for Impulse Racing, with Gonzalo Fabi rounding out the top 3 and the podium positions for our ATR Argentos MP. Well done. Yeah, that was quite a race, I have to say. Gonzalo getting the front of that queue eventually, which is remarkable given that everybody was at the front of that queue for 3rd place at one point. Greg Daffron, because I'm trying to make him sound as French as I can, finished in 4th place for RD Simsport. Simon Trendle.
Bravo! Mon bravo.
So we should do one. We should do the next one, Alan, and make everybody sound French. Fifth place was Simon Trendle for Team Chimera. Pete Newman finished sixth for Result X Pure Sims. Constantino Marino finished seventh for ADX Esports JCB. They've had a very good points scoring race tonight. Jay Corley eighth in the end for Result X Pure Sims. Andreas Gilman ninth for Impulse Racing with Sim Racing Grids. David Johansson finishing in 10th place ahead of Stephen Walker in 11th for Hydra Race Geodesic Racing. Chris Young, top of the Pro-Am class for RD Simsport 3 in 12th place. Well done, Chris. Then Matthias Bentilla in 13th for RD Simsport 4. Pete Van Gool in 14th for Result Clothing Eye Racing Team. And then Callum Brandt, who will be our poleman for the second race tonight, for RD Simsport 3 in 15th place. Tony Walker finished 16th and third in class he's a privateer at the minute. How nobody's signed him up, I have no idea. 17th, it was Luke Jones for Ignium Motorsport. That's very impressive. And then 18th, James Holman for RD Simsport. Yeah. 19th, Wayne Douglas, Ura Larkinen 20th for Hydro Race Racing Forces, Carl Hardy 21st for Result Clothing, Roger Morton 22nd for Safeguard, Daniel Mills 23rd for RD Simsport 2 with Demis Tikchalar 24th for Hydro Race Racing Forces, and Dietmar Hoos 25th for Cutting Corny TCR Team. Jesus Alajon 26th for ADX Pro Livery, and then sister teammate JM Gomez 27th for ADX JCB. René Earhart finished 28th for Cutting Corny TCR Team. 29th was the first of our AM class over the line, Paul Hurley for Blade Designs, just an average sim racer, and winner of AM, obviously. 30th, Rob Sutherland, second in class tonight for RD Simsport 2, and Chris Dixon rounds out the AM class podium in 31st for Work Guard by Result. JB Dejay in 32nd for BSTV. Kurt Riedler 33rd for Cutting Corny TCR Team with Daniel Lewis 34th, Blade Designs SRL. And Andy Littler 35th, Work Guard. Rob Jackson 36th for RD Simsport 2. Stefan Goebel 37th after that lap 1 incident for VTS Esports. David Ayres 38th for Safeguard by Result. I think I've lost Alan.
I can hear you, my dear.
He's back, that's right.
Oh, I haven't been anywhere.
Oh, have you not?
No.
Maybe I did then, because there was a disconnect.
We're getting some Dalek voice.
Are we really? Oh dear.
I don't know whether it's you or me, but that's what I've been getting, some Dalek voice.
Okay.
But, you haven't been coming up. The sound quality has normally an orange thing comes up if there's a problem from my end, and it doesn't been so. Okay. I think it might be you, but it's gone away now anyway.
Right. Okay. That's good. Stefan Goebel, we've already mentioned. David Ayres, Safeguard by Result 38th. 39th was Silas Goebel for VTS Esports, and Fiona. We're not sure what happened with Fiona. She kind of parked it in pit road, so I don't know whether there was a technical issue.
It was too much in the wet. Yeah. In the wet, it might well have been too much for her.
Yeah.
She's been very sensible, so she won't push on if it's been uncomfortable, and very wise.
I know, yeah.
I know that driving in the wet really is a lot harder on the body because of all the little counter steers you have to make.
Yeah.
It does require a bit more, so yeah.
Let me check she's not in the interview room. No, she's not. Okay. Right, so at the minute, excuse me, we are in warm-up, but not for much longer because we've just gone checking in warm-up, so we will be hitting the track for our feature race, folks. A 40-minute race. 30% fuel, almost a guaranteed pit stop, but maybe not. It depends on the pace of the cars, etc. Fuel usage on the lap, all that sort of.
Wish you hadn't said that about warm-ups.
Sorry.
I've just been watching this YouTube thing about Henry VIII, and he boiled a man alive.
Really? Boiled him?
Yes, boiled him. Oh. He was a poisoner, and he changed the law so that he could boil poisoners for treason.
Oh, okay.
And boiled him alive.
Oh dear.
Yes, it was when you were talking about warming things.
Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah.
Right,
let's have a look at this. The rain is a little bit heavier now. I've just extended the grid, so we're going to go through the grid. Your poleman will be Callum Brandt for RD Simsport 3. And then he will go off next to Pete Van Gool in second. Third will be Matthias Pentila. Fourth will be Chris Young. Stephen Walker will go off fifth. David Johansen 6th. 7th will be Andreas Gilman. Jay Corley off 8th. 9th will be Constantino Marino. Pete Newman off 10th. Off 11th will be Simon Trendle. Greg Daffron will go off 12th. 13th will be Gonzalo Fabi. Miguel Freitas off 14th. Alberto's punishment for winning the first race is 15th start in the second. Tony Walker 16th. 17th will be Luke Jones. And 18th will be James Holman. 19th will be Wayne Douglas. Euro Larkin in 20th. 21st will be Carl Hardy. 22nd will be Roger Morton. Daniel Mills will go off 23rd. 24th will be Demis Tigchalar. 25th will be Dietmar Hoos. Jesus Alohan will go off 26th. 27th will be James Gomez. Rene Earhart off 28th. 29th will be Paul Hurley. 30th will be Rob Sutherland. 31st will be Chris Dixon. 32nd will be JB Dejay. 33rd will be Kurt Riedler. Daniel Lewis will go off 34th. 35th will be Andy Littler. Rob Jackson will go off 36th. 37th will be Stefan Goebel. David Ayres off 38th. 39th will be Silas Goebel. And 40th may or may not be Fiona, depending on how fit she's feeling at the moment. Right, let me find a car. Let me find a camera. Not that camera. Yeah, we'll go with that camera. Let's do that one because that looks good.
That looks like a lot of cars.
It does. Right at the back of the field, they go round the corner, Alan, look.
Ah, Fee's on the track.
Yeah, Fee is on the track. Right, okay, that's good. Right, let's go back to Pete Van Gool because that's what we were looking at. Stop flashing your lights, especially you at the front.
Round the corners.
You should be focusing on starting, Callum, not whacking that flashy light button. Right, lights coming on. And here we go.
Exciting start, the big one. Here
we go for the feature race at... See, you shouldn't have been flashing your lights. You got a better launch. Anyway, right, off we go. Oh, it's messy in the midfield and back there. Something's going on with Euro. He didn't get away at all well. We are green into the first corner so far.
Bit of a bang on the... yeah. Snuggling up there.
Yeah, intimate, isn't it? Oh, yeah, a little bit of paint trading. Somebody's...
they're trying hard. Yeah. They're trying hard, Pete. But
Fee's done all right. She's moved up already.
Yeah, there's an awful lot of cars and a rather small amount of space.
Yeah.
So...
Wayne Douglas hot away again. He's very good at starts.
Beautiful around there.
Yeah,
that was beautiful.
Yeah. Well done to all of them, even for getting this far around without any incidents, really.
That's massively impressive.
It's a bit more calm.
I'm sure a lot of you watching will realise how good that was, that we got that clean start. That's dangerous time. It's difficult at Donny. That T1 at Donny is always difficult.
So Callum's had to give up first place to Pete Van Gool. That's dangerous for everybody because we know how fast Pete can be.
Right. It shows you he's got pace in the wet in the first race, and I know he's got pace in the wet. It's whether you can sustain it against the incessant barrage of these absolute top quality pro drivers coming at you.
Yeah. And there's Gonzalo getting in the thick of it with Greg Daffron again.
Pete's very much... He's always talking up our league. He's always in the chat. I mean, I'm in the chat with him. He's in our team chats. He's always saying how much he enjoys the racing, and he always makes the. I'm a midfielder with this in this league, but the racing is outstanding, and he wouldn't be anywhere else because of the quality of the racing. And he's very happy to be a midfielder in this outfit because you don't get better racing anywhere.
Tony Walker with the strangest line through Old Hairpin. Hopefully he can pull that back. Oh, that's Callum. Oh, he was our race pole man at one point. Over the rocky stuff.
He's trying to do the right thing here, I think.
Yeah. How did he end up out there? How did he end up out there? As I move away from a proper battle, like a terrible, terrible cameraman. He's just got it crossed up, hasn't he? He's going to cross this up. Car's going to point in the wrong direction.
Oh, he just caught that curve.
Oh, no, he's hit it. I didn't realise he'd hit something. Right, okay, that's no good. Ooh. So, David Johansen. I need to go back to live running because this battle with David Pantilla is hot on the surface of the sun right now. This is getting messy now. Look at this. Car's piling into this group. Let me put you a track map up, folks.
I'm loving this. Pete's got 3 seconds. Well,
No.
the bees are
wow,
look at them. They're crunched together. It's red hot in there.
Yeah,
You would think it's so wet to keep things cool, but it's red hot in there. And Pete is using the opportunity. Now, David's awake to the 3.5 second gap that's growing, and he's trying to get away as well. Now, David's
Stephen,
lightning.
Stephen.
Oh, look at that. It's beautiful. Beautiful.
Good save, but
Tall
not what
he
he
would have loved that.
Yeah, not what he or Chris Young needed at that point.
No, but I didn't see any blood being shed.
God, who was that? Is that J.M. Gomez?
Was that Alberto?
No, it was I think you're right. It's Constantino. And he has got a very unhappy car. Oh my!
Oh God, he hasn't got much of a car at all.
No, he's got like a beach buggy thing going on.
Oh goodness!
Right, so we're going to have some casualties here. People will be
great
visiting.
Ventilation. At least he won't be having sweat all over the place now.
Well, think of all the rainwater filling up the back of that car.
Grand. He'll be able to. At least he's not going to die of thirst in this race.
Tony Walker sorted himself out and is back on it.
Oh whoa! Well done, Tone.
Yeah. Andreas Gilman to pit road for some reason. That looks like a penalty.
Oh, that's...
no,
that looks like a broken car to me.
Yeah, it does. Look at the back of it. It's all caved in at the back. Constantino.
There we go.
Yeah, there's a few going to visit here. Right, back into the racing. Pete Van Gool leads the race by 3.5 seconds, which is about an eternity on this track. David Johansen.
I don't think it's enough.
Well, yeah.
In fairness, I don't think it's enough. Not when you've got David chasing you. He's a bit. It's a shame David's got away in some ways. Not for David, but for Pete's chances.
Yeah.
Because David is one of the fastest drivers out there, and he's got a couple of tenths on Pete, and sadly can concentrate on Pete now. He's not embroiled in this wonderful steaming cauldron back here, and it would be better for Pete if he was.
Yeah, it would.
But look, there's Jay. Look, he's stuck right in there. It's very exciting. There's an awful lot of result interest there and thereabouts.
Yeah, worryingly for everybody in front of him, Miguel Freitas is honing in on the cars in front now and starting to tick them off.
He's not wasting any time. We only had 4 minutes.
Wayne Douglas.
VVG's just on the purple lap.
Yeah.
Yay, Peter.
Wayne Douglas is up a massive 10 places.
Wow. Wayne, look at that. That's fantastic.
As is Jesus. Rising.
He's doing great as well, isn't he? Look at that.
Rising
Jesus,
from the dead. Yeah.
And Carl and Chris, they're doing very well here.
Stefan Goebel. Oh my God, I didn't see this. Up 14 places from the start. Good effort, mate. Just got to keep it on the track. Avoid silence.
They deserve it after the start of the first race. That's absolutely brilliant for them.
Who's that? Alberto, off in the grass.
I was noticing Chris was at the front of the AMS.
Yeah, Alberto has turned his car into a rotary mower.
He's a countryman.
Yeah. Stefan gets his 16th place of the race.
Wayne's got 8th. Oh.
Jesus.
Chris Dixon has got second at the front of the amateur race.
Where is he?
In front of Paul.
Oh yeah, I got him. There he is.
And we've got the 1, 2, 3, and the whole top 5 of the AMs are all in a line here.
Yeah, that's a good.
So everybody's in everybody's view.
Aye.
They are. They're not holding back. They all want to catch up with each other.
Yeah.
Look at this. See, look at Chrissy's eyeballs out trying to keep up with those things in front. He's absolutely eyeballs out.
He's doing it as well. He's trying to get some free
space. Yeah. Come on, Chris. That's brilliant driving, mate.
Oh, this is going to end badly.
No.
Oh, well done. Nice catch, everybody.
Oh, crikey.
That was good.
Oh, that was a brilliant catch.
Yeah, it was. Oh, that was a strange line there from Alberto coming through that corner.
This is thrilling minute stuff, isn't it? Look at this.
It really is. Door to door. Oh, that was a bit of a...
Call me a taxi.
Reminder that I'm still here from Wayne Douglas.
Well, we know he's here because my goodness, he's not wasting any time at all zooming up the ranks, is he?
No, not even slightly. He was really good in the V8 race on Saturday. Absolutely sterling performance from Wayne Douglas. It was really good. Very professionally done. Right, so Jay Corley wants his position back from... oh no, he's moving forward, of course, isn't he? That's Matthias Pentilla in front of him. Good luck, Jay, because the guy in front of you has got 8k of I rating.
He fears nothing.
No. And that will be a brilliant stream, folks, as we've got pit stops already. These are scheduled stops. These are not damage stops. These are scheduled stops.
No. Yeah.
We are on lap 7.
Simon?
Yeah, Simon. He's a regular for doing this, isn't he? Pete Van Gool is caught. He has been caught at the front of this field now. David Janssen has tracked him down.
That was a shame that David had his eyes on him. It's a shame because if he could have been just coached up for just a bit longer, he could have got around the corner, out of sight, out of mind. But yeah, still they're equally matched in terms of vehicle. So Pete's very clean, but he won't give way without being made to. He won't just say, "Oh, please pass me." He will try and do everything legal to keep him behind.
Yeah.
And Mr. Newman is there, and he's licking his lips because I think Pete thinks if these two fall over each other, that wouldn't be very difficult when you're driving so close and at such pace. He's going to lick his lips because if he gets in the front, I'm not sure that anybody's going to get past him.
No, true. Pete Van Gool doing a brilliant job. Defensive racing, but he's off the racing line once and he returns to it.
Yeah, scrupulously fair driver is Pete.
That's very
nicely done. You won't see him doing much. He tries to race clean. It's fun, isn't it?
Oh, look at that, though. David Johansson sold him a puppy there. That was gorgeous.
Yeah. Well, David is just a fantastic driver.
Yeah.
And that's what fantastic drivers do.
It is. Pete Newman's next on the roster. This is your top 3, folks. David Janssen has now taken over the lead of this race. He will get lead lap points if he can get over the line ahead of Pete Van Gool and Pete Newman. Right, so...
No, and has David got the pace to drop Pete?
Yeah, it's good,
Pete
good question.
Van Gool. I don't know whether he has or not. He looks like he has, doesn't it? Already he's got a couple of tenths, so... That could be a problem for Mr. Newman because he'll need to get past PVG.
Yeah, and hopefully they race it out because that's what we tune in for. In the background there, Jay Corley, 2.3 seconds behind, has got himself some daylight now ahead of Matthias Pentilla. He actually got past him.
He's doing well.
Yeah, really good.
Well done, Jay.
Yeah, that was a recent overtake as well. I'm going to go and watch that if I can find the damn thing.
He's been hot. Well, he likes the rain and he's demonstrating that he's good in the rain.
Why can I not find Jay Corley? Oh, there it is. Right, let's just go and have a look at this quickly. How did he manage to do this?
Well, look at that.
Through curves. Oh no, where are we?
I thought for a minute it was going to go through the inside of the car, but I think it's gone through the outside.
Yeah, Matthias got on the grass.
Yes.
That's enough to
not for very long or for very much, but it doesn't take very long or very much, does it?
No, definitely not.
And yes, that was still he's driving like a champ tonight. It's Mr. Corley. He's doing as good a drive as we've seen for a while.
Oh wow! Right, okay.
Oh, hello. Nudge, nudge.
Yeah.
Knock, knock.
He was right. He was fully through, so it was his corner. Matthias Pentilla wanted to turn in, but there was a car there.
Yeah.
And Miguel Freitas is behind him, and Alberto Sigolini, our race 1 winner, is behind
This is very cosy and friendly here.
Yeah. Our Frenchman, Greg Daffron, is right at the back of this little group.
Ooh la la.
Ooh la la. He's going to switch back onto... No, he's not, because Alberto's bolted his car to the right-hand side of the track there. So he's going to have to go the long way around if he's going to do this. And Alberto's covered that lovely.
Oh, we've got RD, of course. are we going to see tactics?
Well, you don't know, do you? Greg is nearly on top of this league, but the guy who is on top of the league is 2 positions ahead of him. That is Miguel Freitas. What can you see from Greg's car at the minute? Let's go on board with him quickly. So on board with Greg now. Visibility is reasonable, isn't it, Alan? It's not ridiculous.
No, the track's not a wash either. They've definitely got some grip.
Yeah. Trev on the chat is
and it's just Rob. As well because they wouldn't be able to be driving like this if they didn't. But I would suggest there's not the kind of grip that you or I would find comfortable, Pete.
Not so much, no. They do kick up a lot of those big boulders still, don't they?
Yes, I think it's quite as bad, but like all these things, they've had to dial all these things back. They came in with such ferocity.
Yeah.
The track was covered in knee deep. It was like the Sahara Desert after 2 laps. And then, you know, bloody no one's flooding the next 2.
Oh, dear. Oh, Pete Newman's just gone past.
Down.
Yeah, Pete Newman's just got past Pete Van Gool.
Well, he needed to do it.
Yeah, he did. Otherwise, David Jansen's going to be checking out, I think.
Yes. Now, Pete's going to have his hands full keeping up with David anyway.
Yeah, let's have a look and
see. He needs to get stuck in behind him and see how they are for pace. Because David's lightning.
Oh, look at that. Both twitching as they go up the hill. And then,
that was good control by the pair of them, wasn't it?
It was. Better, though, by Pete Newman, I think.
Well done. Oh, cracky. I need to have a slip of this.
No, you do that.
Oh.
More cars to pit road. We've not had many to pit road, but we've got Chris Young and Stephen Walker in the pits at the minute for their scheduled stops, folks. Oh, look at this. Wow. Pete Newman's already caught David Johansen. Like, properly caught him.
Well, he was fast earlier, if you remember.
He was, you're right, yeah.
But
look at that.
If you can overall David Johansen and get by him, that's pretty impressive because that's not easy.
No, these two have raced together a lot, so we can expect good, fair racing from the pair of them.
They've got, the pair of them and Pete and Miguel also get it on strong together because they like to race against each other. These are top drivers and they just enjoy racing against people who can match them pace for race and give them really a hard time.
Yeah, Miguel's line through that chicane was absolutely perfect, but it wasn't enough to get alongside that Honda. The Honda's got a lot of grunt coming out of these corners.
Right, you've got somebody in there who can actually let the grunt out, I guess.
Well, there is that, yeah. Euro Larkinen trying to get one done on Jesus, but he's going to have to do something significant.
Look at it, it's fantastic racing. Halfway down the field and it's like Formula One.
It really is, isn't it? Yeah.
Absolutely close. You know, if this was British touring cars, you wouldn't look twice and think, hello.
No.
You wouldn't know because I've watched lots of British touring cars. I can't see a fat lot of difference. And that was at Donny as well.
Yeah.
And it looks very much like, you know, the kind of touring car race I've been watching here for years. So there you go, there it is.
Oh, Fee got that braking point wrong.
Fee. Not like her because she knows this track at the back of her hand.
But it's that temptation when you're racing someone as fast as Wayne Douglas to try and keep with them.
Yes, especially for people like me and Fee, where you're often being overtaken, and you know one of the joys is trying to hang on to a bit of toe from the guy who's just taken you.
Yeah. Alex Savlano says going to shake up the chips with the rain, taking the big names out. So yeah, he's right. It's going to change the standings significantly as T goes to the pits. Who's that in there? Silas has been in the pits for quite a long time. Might be on a damage repair, I'm not sure, can't really tell. Oh, Miguel just got overtaken. Yeah, Miguel's just been overtaken by Alberto Sigolini. So that we're joining the very end of that overtake.
Oh, that's interesting. So that tells me Alberto's got a bit of a wet Jones.
Look at this, Miguel is letting people go.
Oh no.
Why would you do that? Has he got damage? The front of the car is caved in, so let's just go on board. This is new and intriguing. Let's have a look at steering. Make sure that's nice and straight going down Starkey's here.
How much time are we talking about? 5, 6, 7. Oh, there's a lot of time involved in this as
well.
Look.
Off the gas, neutral, clutch in.
Well, there you go.
Oh, Alan, what's going on here?
Well, it looks to me like he's trying to avoid stopping for fuel.
Yeah, well worded, by the way. Oh, hang on.
Yeah. It's called the infuriation tactic.
Yes, I think it is. So that's going to stir things up because I assume that our solar-powered driver from further down the field is doing similarly.
Yes.
Oh, Pete Newman. Oh, my word. How did you catch that? That was a ridiculous slide.
It's because he's brilliant.
Yeah.
I noticed Davey's not getting away, and it won't be for lack of trying.
Yeah, look at the size of the puddles, though, that they're going through now. They're significant.
Quite right as well. Get those puddles filled up there. Come along now.
Yeah. They are avoiding it as if they were in real racing. The simulator is good now for rain, isn't it?
Well, it's because you don't want to be on the racing line in the wet.
Nah, true.
Where all the rubber's being laid down is not the place to be.
Oh, okay.
So the rubber, the racing line, standing racing line becomes a death trap.
Oh, okay, right. That's good intel.
So you're trying to get a wheel inside the racing line and one outside the racing line, I would say, to get as close as you can without actually being in tyre tracks.
Yeah.
Because the rubber laid down gets very slippery.
Right, what's going on up here? Right, Matthias Pentilla to pit road. There he is.
So if you're ever having to do a massive braking job, Pete, in a race in the rain, get off the racing line before you put the brakes on hard.
Okay.
Because it's a lifesaver.
Look at this back here, Alan. So this is a mix-up of pitted cars and non-pitted cars.
Fantastic.
It is, yeah. All three categories represented in this one shot here. Silas at the front of it is in AM class. I think he's a lap or two down. Yeah, he is.
It's a beautiful racetrack because there's places where you can get by if you've got the wherewithal, you can do it.
Yeah. Sorry, that isn't him. That is David Ayres. And he's on this lap, so they're all fighting for position. Is that Wayne? Why is Wayne going so slow?
David's in third in the AMS at the moment, is that right?
Yeah. I don't know what's happened to Wayne. Wayne's ended up down the field massively.
What? Oh, no. Well, that's...
He was doing great.
Oh, I hope he hasn't... Well, yes, but he's been obviously on the edge to do that, Pete. It does put you at a chance of having an incident, doesn't it?
Yeah, I suppose, yeah.
And he's down there, so he might have got... Has he been in the pits?
He has already been to the pits, but that was a while ago.
Right, so that's not what's putting him down the field then.
No, I was trying to find what went on and where it went wrong.
Yeah, well, you should have a notification if somebody's lost that many places.
Yeah.
If you haven't, shoot the man with the notification.
All right, here we go. Found it. It's this. He was having a fight with Tony Walker, and there was a bit of to and fro in for quite a long time. He's gone to the inside here. Red. Oh, wow! Right, okay.
Well, that's
so
nice to see.
He was kind of too hot into the corner, but
oh dear.
Yeah, let's have another look at it again.
That's a bit of rumpled paintwork, if you like.
Yeah. So he's done a. Is that a send? I think it probably is because he was not running alongside. Would he have got it stowed?
On the brakes? Oh, well, Tony didn't have anywhere to go.
Yeah. He was hot into the corner. I think there's a bit of both in there. I think he's got his own mistake in that, and he's got whatever else was going on in that.
Yes, that's very unfortunate coming together though. We could have done without it because it's cost Wayne a lot because he's put in a lot of hard work and good work as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what happens when you're racing so close with people. It takes two to tango.
It does. Gonzalo Fabi is doing a splendid job here.
I love our track map.
Yeah,
it's absolutely chocker, isn't it?
I know. Look at it. There's hardly a spare bit of track. cars.
No, he's gone on. There he's in fourth still.
Well, that's David Ayres getting out of the way of this super fast group.
So, is Jay making ground on Mr. Fabio, or is he losing ground?
Let's have a little look at the times. He is losing ground ever so slightly. It's nothing in it though. It's 1/10 last lap. That's all.
Right. So
you're in and out of pit road. There's one of the it's Kurt's. Kurt's been in there. Kurt's been in there a while, and that's for damage. He'll have already used his fast repair. They do get a fast repair, folks. Just the one each race. Once you've used it, it's gone. It's a bit like jumping in the spare car, if you want to term it that way.
Yes. And that's a fair way of looking at it.
I think so.
As well,
yeah.
It involves the same thing. You have to come into the pits. That's what you do. You hop out and get into your spare car.
Yeah.
And obviously, all our drivers have got spare cars.
Well, yeah. Stephen Walker doing a very sensible job there of staying out of the way.
Ooh.
And away he goes. So he's not having the best of races, let's say.
Still a gentleman.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That folks is a complete lack of arrogance. That is someone who knows where he is in the race. He may well be fast, but he's like, you know, I'm not just going to barge my way onto a track here. I'm going to do the right thing. So well done to you, Stephen. A sign of a real champion, that, isn't it, Sir Alan?
It is. Well, we see that, and it's experience as well.
Yeah. Alex says, is that Tony in a Veloster? No, that's definitely Tony in a Honda.
He's fonder
of the Honda.
The Honda.
Ura in the pits again. Why is
well, his brother is as well. So his brother, perhaps it's in the blood because his brother's a Honda man. At his heart, at his core, isn't he? Really?
Yeah. I don't know why Ura's coming out of the pits again. Right, Callum Brandt was our pole man. He's under pressure from Wayne here, getting a little hurry up from Wayne. Shows how much speed that Wayne can carry in that Veloster, Alan, when he can...
Yes. No, his pace tonight has been outstanding.
Yeah,
but obviously it's good in the wet, and it's like... just some people have got a feel for the wet that others haven't, and it's really unrelated to anything else than just... People have just got... I don't know what it is. If I did, I'd buy some.
Yeah. Oh, JB DeJ was very wide in that last corner. We're going to have to go back to this little group because this is either going to work brilliantly or painfully for somebody. Wayne's gone and, very late on the brakes, and that's going to be, there's a bit of arguing, Alan, about whose line it is.
And a hit check. Yeah. I say. Well, that was snuggling up.
It was, yeah.
Quite fiercely.
And that's going to give Demis Tigchlar the chance to get a run on Wayne. But he's going to be on the outside, and Wayne takes to the inside again. Very late on the brakes, but controlled.
Oh no! It. Oh no! That's a shame.
Yeah, Callum.
That is a shame. That was such a lovely little group, and very intense.
Yeah.
And,
a safe rejoin for Callum.
And it's so easy to lose it. The thing is, you're on they're on the edge. They're on the thin edge of the blade here.
Yeah.
And it's so easy just to slip over it. In fact, it's happened before you know it's happened, and there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh no! Stefan got crossed up going into Coppice. Drag race now with Constantino. Constantino gets that done before the tip in. I think he was given that a little bit by Stefan. And more cars to pit road. Jesus is coming out of pit road. Paul Hurley has just gone in for the Blade Designs JAS. Just an average sim racer. Andreas.
We've seen a few incidents tonight, but I think so much of it is just they're very competitive drivers. They're all very much within a tenth of each other.
Yep.
You know, as the lap Look at the track.
Oh,
mark.
no, Andy!
Whoa.
Oh, my gosh. Well, that was remarkable. That is just... I don't know what he was thinking then. I mean, I'm guessing he was out of control prior to that and ended up in the middle of the track.
I ended up in the middle of the track, indeed.
I'm trying to find the
incident. Just as he ended up sideways across the road.
What on earth was going on there?
Oh.
I'm trying to find the incident, but it's not actually popped up yet. That was...
so what was the damage?
Let's have a look at this. Is this it? Or is this something else? No, that's the aftermath. Oh, here we go. This must be it. So, Andy Littler.
Oh, it's such a shame.
What's going on here? I don't know why he's done that.
Oh!
That's the worst thing you can do.
Oh.
Unless he's got technical issues or something, I've no idea.
He'll be on he's on his travelling rig.
Right.
So I wonder if something has happened. He's not at home, he's in a hotel room, racing. So I presume something happened because he wouldn't just drive onto the track like that and stop. That would be a pointless thing to do.
Yeah.
So I just wonder what happened to him.
I reckon he'll get a penalty for race control for a dangerous rejoin at the very least.
Well, he didn't. I don't think he was rejoining, was he? It was.
I don't know what it was.
I don't know what it was. What was happening there? It was a bit peculiar. You don't just drive onto the middle of the track and stop from the standing position. Something must have happened. Started off and then stopped. Don't know. I'll find out.
Yeah, we will.
Don't know. It was a bit of a baffler, that was. Didn't make any sense.
Bit bizarre.
Yes.
So
yeah, doesn't make any sense. So there we go.
Lots of water on the track now, though, Alan. You can see the little rooster tails being kicked out.
Well, you need to pop into one of these cars and see how we're doing for visibility.
Yeah, I was just watching some other bits of footage from the replay, whilst we figure
this looks a lot less. The spray doesn't look anything like as lethal as it used to be. Oh, cracky!
That was Greg DeFron nearly losing it completely, but he saved it.
Bit of excitement for him there, a bit of adrenaline into his breakfast cereal.
Yeah, the first 5 cars have not pitted. They are the only cars to have not pitted. I said that too soon because here comes Pete Newman. Jay has followed him. I'm assuming this is the end of fuel. No, Greg's gone
10
again.
10 minutes to go.
Alberto's in.
10 minutes to go. Greg thinks he'll get points, won't he?
Yeah, good point. Yeah, actually, brilliant point. He will. He'll get a point there, and that'll be worth everything in the race to the top of the standings.
Oh, look at it. They're all coming in together.
Yeah.
Like that.
Don't mind, folks, if cars drive through one another.
On the helm.
Yeah.
The visibility is not good. It looks cloudy and misty.
It does. Let's go on board with Greg for a minute.
Visibility is not great.
See what he sees. It's dark, the clouds, isn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely not good visibility, that's for sure.
No.
But,
we'll stay with him because I'm guessing he's out of fuel at the end of this lap. So he's going to dive to pit road. There is a significant battle behind us between Gonzalo and Pete Van Gool, but we'll come back to that.
He is in second.
Pete Newman second, yeah.
How did he do that? It wasn't in first, but it was...
He's jumped. Hang on. Right. Car we're on board with, Greg needs to pit, which he's going to do, obviously. That'll release Pete Newman to the lead of the race overall. He jumped David Johansson in the pit lane by being stationary in his pit box for 1 full second less.
Right.
So there's the pits.
So that's it.
This is
we're back to where we were with David chasing Pete again.
Yep. There goes Greg out of pits.
But the time now...
This is dangerous, this pit lane exit, because you've got cars streaming past you. Look at this.
It's a lethal pit lane exit. Oh, it's a scary old one.
It's one of the biggest challenges of Donington.
You have to come out and you've got to come out, and it just put you right on the racing line especially when they're coming in side by side like they have been all night.
Yeah. So
he has got 2 seconds, and there's only 7 minutes left in the race.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Is this a piece of brilliance?
There he
Because
is.
even if somebody else has been saving fuel, it's not going to help them now.
No. We were.
PPG is in 4th. Is that a genuine position?
Yes. Yeah, after pit stops. Now, the thing that gets me is Miguel was fuel saving while we were on board with him, if you remember.
Yes.
He's had to pit. He's pitted the car. But it was only stopped for 4 seconds. Which is mighty compared to everybody else who was stopped for 9 seconds. So he has benefited. I just don't know whether
he's
position.
Chopped his time in half, hasn't he?
Yeah. Oh, Pete Newman fastest lap by a massive amount. Like a massive amount. Over half a second over the next car.
Oh.
That's magnificent.
Pete. Some kind of drive is my mate Pete. Goodness. He likes the wet, of course.
Yeah.
He's not made uncomfortable by it. As we've seen that with Pete VG.
Yeah.
Jay Corley. They're all got good in the wet. Then it raises them up somehow. I don't know what it is that happens. Perhaps they've got built-in snorkels.
Well, no, I think it's just that they're British and we drive all day, every day of the year in the rain.
I would agree with you, except PVG is Dutch, but then it pisses it down in Holland as well.
That's true, yeah.
Otherwise, they have empty canals, and that would be a sad sight.
Yeah. We've got some cars dropping into pit road for a second time, but I think that's more for damage.
Oh. Yes, well, we've still got plenty of cars on the track.
Yeah, we do.
I love it. I mean, look at that. There's no room out there. It's fantastic, isn't it?
Fee's been on the chat. Crap night. VR keeps cropping out.
Oh, never mind, lads.
Don't need that.
Well, at least you were out there.
Yeah. Hopefully there was some fun.
It's not a long drive home.
No, not from Donington for Fee.
No.
Right, so PVG is extending his lead. Pete Newman is extending his lead. As who was that? Alberto Sigolini takes the fastest lap of the race, and that's mighty actually. A 1:21.05 beats the previous fastest lap of Pete Newman, which was a 1:21.19. So 1.5 tenths faster. That's pretty impressive in these conditions.
Right, it's obviously getting out. If Pete did half a second, it's obviously getting sharpened to that stick, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, it'll be interesting to see if it goes. We've got 5 minutes or 4 minutes. Will we see another fastest lap? They do if the people do often like to try and put in a fast lap at the end if they haven't done the best race in their lives, and they want to make a mark and try and get something out of it. The fastest lap is bragging rights, and worthy bragging rights in this lot. If you can get a fastest lap with a board like that, then you deserve your 3 stripes.
You're right. We lost Demis, says Alex Savillano Lado. Demis.
Where is he?
Demis is still here. He's doing all right. He's down positions from the start, absolutely, but he's still there.
Yeah, he's out there doing his due.
Who is our most forward-moving driver, Alan? Who's the most forward-moving driver, do you think?
Well, it was Wayne before, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Is it still Wayne?
No. Stefan Goebel.
Alex?
Stefan.
Yeah.
He is up 17 places from the start. He ended up starting dead last. What was that, Luke? I'm sure that was Luke. Yeah, Luke went over the grass. This maybe
who's coming in the pits?
Maybe a pit stop for damage. Might just go straight away again.
Is that Luke? Luke's in the pits.
Yeah, he's gone pretty quickly. I think that was just for. Oh, that might have been his scheduled stop actually, because he was in earlier.
Scheduled stop, probably.
Right, where is Miguel? Miguel is here. And Miguel is putting in very, very consistent fast laps. Yeah. He's as fast as Alberto is, who's right behind him, and he's closing on Jay Corley and Pete Van Gool. So I think he's looking here to get both those places in front of him at least. And he's going to do this if he carries on circulating like that. That lap
Is this
round.
the last lap? Have we got a white flag?
Couldn't see it, but
I didn't
yes,
see
it will be, definitely. No, it won't.
You sure it
white
might
flag,
not be,
white
I'm
flag.
thinking.
Yeah.
Has he gone now? So these haven't got it.
These have got white flag, I think.
They've got it, yeah. These will have white flag, so if he's going to do it, he's going to do it now, Miguel. This is your chance.
Yeah.
Fill your boots, lad.
Oh, Jay's gone sideways into old hairpin and wide.
That's going to cost him time.
It is. Miguel's going around the outside. No, he's...
Oh, well done to Jay. How did he manage to put that back in front of there?
I think it was more Miguel getting out of the gas.
Well, he probably doesn't feel suicidal.
Yeah, exactly. He wants the points, doesn't he? Where is his competition? Greg Daffron is 2 positions behind him, so this is okay for Miguel.
Yes, because Greg is serious competition, that's for sure. He's been flying these last few weeks.
Here we go.
We knew to see that the top 3.
This, I think, is going to be over the line for the white flag. I can't see anything. This is a white flag lap now.
Yeah, there you go.
I think.
There's another whole lap. Is he out? I can't...
Yep, flashing flags. So around we go again. Miguel has got Alberto behind him now, so he's got that done. That must have been into the chicane. Can't even find it. Watching it, and we're gaining. We're gaining. Miguel out of shape on the curbs, and Alberto twitched because of it and put himself on the grass.
Yeah,
he didn't want to get taken out.
That's done his lap, I think.
Yeah, it really has.
He can risk it now. It's done it. It put a car length in, didn't it?
This is on though. David Johansson has got the opportunity here.
David will be trying.
If he can get one down the inside on braking, this is his last opportunity right here. This is it now. Oh, he's
not done be on the brakes.
He's done the sensible job there. Oh, they might still get this. He might still get this.
Oh, what happened?
I think Pete Newman's out of fuel.
Oh, he's got it.
I think Pete Newman's out of fuel. Wow. David Johansson.
Oh, my word, look at this.
Wow.
It's like the end of a movie.
It really is.
They're coming in. Oh, my word.
Unbelievable finish.
Did he get over the line?
Oh, he got over the line.
Second,
yeah. Is he out of fuel or not? I don't know that he is, you know.
And did Pete get 4th, PVG?
He did. Yeah, 4th place for PVG.
Well done. Thrilled for him.
Watch the rest of them.
That was a heck of a drive.
Yeah.
That's the best drive by PVG I think I've seen in this car.
Yeah, very impressive.
Well done to Carl as well, 2nd place in the Pro-Am. Brilliant. Jay down in 13th.
Right, who else?
Wow, what a race that was. What a race. I'm worn out.
Demis. Behind Paul Hurley, is this? Yeah, Paul Hurley. Oh, Demis and pushing him over the line, basically. That was close. And Chris Dixon over the line there. Nicely done.
It's unbelievable when you get down to 20th on the board and you're still only halfway.
Yeah. Still racing back here. Luke Jones going very... Oh, Luke Jones may have been over the line already.
Oh, is he run out of fuel?
No, he's over the line. It's fine.
Oh, thank heaven. Because he stopped twice, didn't he?
He had to stop twice, yeah. There's a few drivers stopped twice, actually. Some of them stopped 3 times.
Probably for a fast repair, I would say.
Yeah,
maybe
most
one of
likely.
those at least.
So that was...
They've been forced to take one out of turn.
Yeah. Let's have a look at the end of that race again, because that was a bit bonkers. I want to see what was going on with Pete Newman. as they cross the line. Where the hell is it? Dun, 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 dun,
I think he wanted David to give him a push.
Checkered flag, blah, 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 blah. What happens when you click that?
Hello? Hold on.
No, I don't want to see that.
Click it and see.
Right, so let's go on board here with Pete Newman a second. Cockpit. What actually happened? So he slid his way through that corner. I know what happened. He got a slow down. And he's had to shed the slowdown. Oh no, he just got a bag full of wrong gear. And he's out of fuel. Right, he was out of fuel.
Out of fuel, yeah.
Right, that makes more sense. Didn't get a slowdown, just got wrong, just ran out of fuel.
Yeah.
Okay. But
so he was out by about 3 seconds in his estimation.
Something like that, yeah. Yeah, that was pretty amazing, to be honest.
Dear me, well, that was truly an exciting finish to the race, and well done to David, because that was a thrilling victory and well earned.
Yeah. Are we ever going to hear the end of it, though? That's the point.
You aren't.
Right. Good grief. Let's go through the finishing order then, folks, as we watch David Johansen, our race winner for the feature race, circulating back to the pits.
That's why you do that. It took take quite a while. Good luck. Take deep breaths.
Yeah. Right then.
Look at those. Look at that. Oh, I love those bits on the side of the track. Looks like it's been well used, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. It's really good. So David Johansen was the victor in tonight's feature race in the heavy rain at Donington. For Sim Racing Grid. Pete Newman got second place, second step on the podium for Result X Pure Sims. A brilliant drive from him. And Gonzalo Fabi third tonight, bottom step of the podium for ATR Argentos MP. Pete Van Gool was the top at Pro-Am tonight, and look where he is in the standings for Result Clothing iRacing Team. What a fantastic performance. I think if you find out what he did in the first race, it was 14th in the first race, so still second in class though, so a good racing night for Pete Van Gool and for Result Clothing. Miguel Freitas finished 5th for Impulse Racing, with Alberto Schigolini in 6th for ADX JCB. Greg Daffron in 7th for RD Simsport. 8th was Simon Trendle for Team Camero with Matthias Pentilla in 9th place for RD Simsport 4. 10th was James Holman for RD Simsport. 11th was James Gomez for ADX JCB. Carl Hardy second in class tonight, 12th on track for Result Clothing, so they have done really well in that team championship. Jay Corley 13th for Result X Pure Sims, and Daniel Mills 14th for RD Simsport 2, with Tony Walker third in class, gets himself a class podium tonight. 15th on track, RD Simsport 2. No, sorry, on his own. I read the wrong line, folks, wrong line. Could you ever see me doing anything wrong like that? No. He's a privateer this season. Constantino Marino finished 16th for ADX JCB. Chris Young 17th for RD Simsport 3. Jesus Alocon 18th for ADX Pro Livery. I need to find where the rest of my thing is. There it is. 19th was Stefan Goebel for VTS Esports with Wayne Douglas 20th. 21st was the first of our AM class cars, Rob Sutherland yet again. For RD Simsport 2. Jura Larkinen 22nd for Hydro Race Racing Forces, Dietmar Hughes 23rd for Cutting Corny TCR team. 24th JB Dejay for BSTV Esports. 25th for Stephen Walker. I'm sure that didn't work out to the script. For Hydro Race Geodesic Racing with Paul Hurley, second in class. 26th for Blade Designs JAS. Second in class for Paul Hurley as well. Demis Tigchalar, 27th for Hydro Race Racing Forces with Chris Dixon, gets himself a class podium in third. 28th on track for Work Guard by Result. 29th was Roger Morton for Safeguard. 30th was David Flashy Ayres for Safeguard as well. Rene Earhart, 31st for Cutting Corny TCR team, and Luke Jones, 32nd for Ignium. Silas Goebel 33rd for VTS Esports, with Andy Littler following him home in 34th. Callum Brandt 35th for RD Simsport 3. Kurt Riedler 36th for Cutting Corny TCR team. Rob Jackson 37th for RD Simsport 2, with Andreas Gilman 38th for Impulse Racing. Daniel Lewis finished in 39th, Blade Designs SRL, and 40th was Fee, whose VR was annoying her so much, for Work Guard by result. Quite a...
well done.
Yeah, thank you.
Take a breath. Goodness.
It's certainly a challenging grid when you're reading them all out.
Yeah, it's 14 names indeed. That's quite a lot.
It's a bit bark, isn't it? I'm going to set this away on Slimmer. Where did David Johansson...
It's weird to see the rain and sunshine at the same time.
It's a bit strange, isn't it? But I like it. It's really good.
Oh, yeah. Well, you see that. I mean, you do see it. It's not whether that we haven't seen. I've seen it lots of times.
You see it loads in the UK, I have to say.
Yeah. Maybe not in other places, but certainly here we get the sunshine. You know, even on a sunny day, it doesn't stop raining.
No, absolutely not. Right. First of all, I'm going to, before he disappears on us, because they have a propensity to do that, folks, I'm going to bring in our Race 1 winner, Alberto Schigolini. Race 1 winner, good evening.
Hi, guys.
Congratulations. Hey.
Thank you very much.
Quite a performance for ADX JCB.
The first podium.
First podium.
Finally.
Yeah. I mean, well done to you. Let me get you on the screen. Just a minute. I'm just sorting out my gear at the minute. Let me get a camera on you. Nice close-up camera.
Guys, my English is very bad. But in interview waiting, the JM Gomez is my come si dice?
Is he your translator?
Yeah, esatto.
Oh, in that case, I'm going to bring him in now then. So let's go and get JM Gomez in.
Yes.
Right, okay, so...
okay.
Evening to JM Gomez. Good evening.
Good evening.
Excellent, okay, so are there any more ADX guys in the chat? Let's get your whole team in. How many is there? 50, 60? Who knows?
60.
But Alberto, first race...
yeah.
Fantastic victory, very, very controlled. Beat the mighty Miguel Freitas to the line, which is no mean feat, by a huge margin of 0.097 of a second. I expect it was a tense moment making sure you got over that line.
Abbia detto, ok, gonna help you with this.
Yeah, do it. Yeah, go on, Jam.
Cosa ne pensi, dato che sei arrivato a 0,09 al traguardo insieme a Miguel?
Digli che è stata davvero dura, ma per fortuna sono riuscito a tenere la posizione, ma diciamo che ho fatto un po', come che posso dire?
Ok, ho capito.
Un po', esatto.
Okay, yeah, he said it was very tough at the end because he got the lapped guys, so he did kind of a sneaky move on Miguel, you know, to keep him behind.
Yeah, it was good. We liked it. Yeah, it was good fun. And
yeah, it was fun.
How did you get on with the rain then, Alberto? It's a different prospect. Do you get any rain in wherever you live? I'm sure it's just sunshine all the time, right?
Se sei, diciamo, esperto con la pioggia, se piove tanto da noi in Italia, penso, dice.
No, digli che sì, sono tanto esperto.
No, non è vero, vabbè.
Digli anche Costantino. Io e Costantino, dai, diglielo, così mi introduciamo anche lui.
Yeah, I said he did quite some laps on the rain because he likes it, and also Costantino. In fact, we used our Giga setup for the rain. It was very good in this track.
All right, well done to Constantino then. Round of applause.
Yeah, well done indeed.
Yeah, it'll be like that.
Yeah.
And while you're in here, JM Gomez, how did you find the race? Good racing for you?
It was fun because on quali was quite good. I think I did before on quali. And I botched the start, and
right,
I did have a big mistake because before the rain I didn't see the paddles, so I just restarted the settings, no?
Yeah.
And the settings on default, they show almost all the cards. So I started with 40 cards, and FPS were like 30 something.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything. I just spun and that's it. Second race was quite good because
quite good. You were up 16 places from the start.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Everyone was like going very slowly, maybe too careful, no, you know.
Yeah.
I had nothing to lose. I'm gonna stand there, and it worked.
Cool.
I didn't kill anyone, so I'm quite happy
Yeah,
about that.
yeah. Tick the box. But no, Alberto, your performance in the second race was just as good, really, because up 9 places. The rain, the conditions really seemed to suit ADX JCB this evening.
Dice che hai performato bene anche nella seconda gara, si vede che queste condizioni ci stanno bene, insomma, ci vanno bene.
Allora, ho fatto però tanti errori, ho cercato di fare tanto fuel saving con Miguel e all'ultimo giro, all'ultima curva, però purtroppo ho preso uno slowdown e che non mi ha permesso di prendere magari una posizione.
Yeah, I said he was happy about the performance, but he did many mistakes. Tried to fuel save the last laps, but he ended with a slowdown the last lap, so he didn't get anything from that.
Oh dear. Right. Okay. Well, where do we go next? Where's the next track? Give me a minute. Professional as always. I've no idea where we're going next. Oh, Long Beach. Lots of concrete walls.
My
Yay!
word.
Woo! Long Beach. Right. Okay. So.
One of my favorite track.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
It's,
Find out what Alberto thinks of Long
exciting.
Beach. Are we going to get a full ADX JCB podium? Are we going to get 1, 2, 3 from you and Alberto and Constantino?
Oh well, I mean it's a tough job there, no, but we can try. We can try, yeah.
Yeah, too right.
Yeah.
Right. So between the two of you, starting with Alberto, is there anybody, Alberto, that you want to thank for your fantastic performance this evening?
Se vuoi ringraziare qualcuno per questa performance.
Vabbè, ringrazio come sempre il team, ringrazio sia te, Adolfo, che Costantino, che abbiamo sempre provato tutti insieme e stiamo portando finalmente a casa tutti buonissimi risultati e sono molto contento di questa cosa. Sicuramente avremo un podio tutti e tre prima o poi.
Okay, yeah, we share the same thoughts. We're happy about the results. We are grateful to the team and Costantino, Jesus, and we hope to get a podium sooner or later.
Oh, I've just found out, Alan, that I was saying Jesus' name right all race. Brilliant.
Yeah, there you go.
And
Molto contento.
Wow. Oh, you could have done this interview on your own, Alan. Really. And Mr. Gomez, anybody you want to shout out to while you're in the booth?
Yeah, just the team. I'm quite happy because we did a good job with the setup and they support us with the TCR as it's not a very popular series. So we are quite happy about that.
Yeah, brilliant. Excellent stuff. In that case, let's say good night to our race 1 winner, Alberto Sigolini, and fantastic racer, JM Gomez. Good evening, boys.
Thank you. Good evening.
Thank you very much.
Good evening, good night, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
They did well, didn't they?
They did fantastically
And that was a fun interview as well, wasn't it?
It was really good. I love it.
I love
when you
Italian.
get to-
I do love the language. I love Italian people, to be honest.
I
They're
love the
so
fact that-
animated.
Yeah, I love the fact that these people, you know, they contribute to the racing in more ways than just being quick on the track and being skillful. They're such charismatic individuals when they get in the booth. I think it's brilliant.
Nice. Well, I love the international aspect of it, Pete. I love the way that we have people from all over coming here to race together, and yeah, it's a very binding thing. I think it's good for humanity. I think sim racing is good for humanity.
I do
In a
as
time
well.
like this, something that brings nations together, I think, is more important than ever.
Yeah, totally.
Pete is good for humanity.
So, welcome to the booth.
Good evening, David.
We may never hear the end of this. We may never hear the end of this, Alan. Race 2 winner, David Johansson.
Finally.
Yeah, Sim Racing Grid. Finally.
The last corner.
Yeah, honestly, that was
He messed up
brilliant.
his fuel. He took too little fuel in the stop, so he had to save crazy in the two last laps.
Yeah, he was coughing as soon as he came out of that chicane at the end. It's not the first time that we've seen a race like that. I don't know whether you can remember, Alan, but Chris Shaw and Wobbly went into a corner at the same time, and Chris Shaw, I think, got it wrong.
I do remember that. Very
similar. Very similar.
Oh goodness!
But
that was a while ago now.
It was about 8-9 seasons ago, or maybe more than that. But yeah,
100 years ago.
100 years, 200. 200. Let's go 200. But
don't distract me because he's trying to do the points.
Yeah, this is true. I'm counting them out now. I've taken my shoes and my socks off, and I'm struggling if I'm being fair.
I haven't said anything.
So first race. Let's have a look at first race.
P10.
P10. Well, that's still good.
It's all right. I messed up qualifying, started 13th, but I was up a few more spots, but then I did a mistake and got out on the grass and lost 3 positions or something. I could have been up maybe 4 or 5 places more than that in the end. Maybe I think I had Simon Trendle behind me when I did that, and he ended up P5 in the first race. But
it was. We saw a lot of what we've just seen on the screen. Actually, there's a lot of trading paint tonight, but you expect that in the wet, don't you? Because you know, different braking points, different turning points for different races. You're gonna get a bit of rubbing, but you handled it very, very professionally. I have to say, some of your overtakes tonight, whilst it grates on me that I say this because you hassle me so much for putting the points on the system. Some of your overtakes were brilliant tonight. You did one coming out of that final chicane, and I just thought that's magnificent. But don't tell David I said that because his head is already big enough.
Didn't you see the one I did at PVG in turn 1 then?
I
think that was even better.
We probably did actually. The cutback.
Yes, we did.
Yeah. We saw that. That was great as well. My favourite was the one out of the chicane. I think it was on an RD Simsport
I don't
car.
remember that.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Very much in control. Even
just so many, David. You know.
Yeah. I mean, you were up 5 places by the end, but that's not the full story because there was pit stops in there as well. What was your strategy going into it? You pitted on lap 21, which was
drive.
Just drive. Okay. Yeah, that's good sometimes.
I didn't fuel save anything, and I thought I had 1 more lap in the tank when I went in, but I thought, okay, let's try to have some free air instead and try to keep Pete behind me, but then he underfueled, so he got out ahead of me anyway. But in the end, it backfired on him.
We noticed.
You spotted that.
I noticed
that was yours.
The changeover, but
look at
didn't
the screen.
quite work out. He gambled and didn't quite work out, but it was great that he gambled and great that he it was fantastic.
He was 2.3 seconds quicker in the pit stop in that lap.
Yeah,
I was.
It was fantastic racing though, David. You both had fantastic pace tonight. It was delightful to watch. Really was fantastic. Top class racing, mate. Yeah. Absolutely beautiful.
Top draw that was. But don't tell David I said that. And the points are not up yet. But who do you want to thank before we let you go and start your practice for Long Beach? Because that's going to be tasty.
Long Beach.
Brilliant track in my opinion.
I don't want to brag, but I did have the world record with the old tires.
What? You had the world record?
David.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I looked up when iRacing had their list of the quickest times.
Yeah.
I got the quickest time there during IMPC race.
Right.
But that was with the old tires. So,
okay.
But yeah, hopefully I find a setup that hopefully I can use that setup or adjust it slightly and just get the same rhythm there as.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah. It's been spectacular watching you racing all the way through. You've got way more footage than quite a lot of drivers just because of the dynamic performance. And you utterly deserve your first race victory in this series. It is your first one, isn't it? It's definitely your first one.
This season, but I won on Indianapolis a few seasons ago.
Of course. Yeah.
I think I got a P2 and P1 there.
Yeah, you've definitely been on the podium.
Been close a number of times, but And this is the most recent. I think this is the hardest fought and certainly the best victory you've had. Superb. You had to drive superbly against superb opposition. was a lovely race for us to watch, and bring it on for next week.
Absolutely. Anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go and celebrate?
Just you two in the booth, and for everybody racing, and Pete having a really good fight there, almost more than half the race, I think. I can't remember when he caught up to me, but it was a long time we were P1 and 2. So
Yeah, it was great.
great.
Absolutely right. In that case, we will see you this time next week. David Johansson, everybody.
Thank you.
Well done, David. Brilliant racer.
Absolutely fantastic. Obviously, I won't admit that in public. Right, who's coming in next? It's going to have to be the mighty Miguel Freitas. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
All right, so you started off in the dry. You were you were mega quick in practice. I think possibly who was faster than you in practice? Was it Alberto? I can't remember. Somebody was. And then the race happened, and you finished miles and miles behind Alberto, 0.097 of a second behind him. That was a nail-biting finish for us. I had to reseat Alan into his chair, but a whopping 9 seconds ahead of the rest of the field. That must have been... hopefully that was an exciting race, because the rain must have changed it up for you significantly after doing practice in the dry, etc. Talk us through the race one first.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the change from dry to wet, it was very, very crazy. But yeah, starting quali, I managed to... I was comfortable with the car, struggling a bit, but still doing okay. And then on the race, first lap was the scariest thing ever, because I didn't know what to expect. And there were a lot of puddles that did not exist before. But yeah, the race itself was okay. I was pretty much at the same pace as Alberto, but in the end I was getting stronger. And yeah, I tried to overtake him on turn 1 of the last lap. We made a bit of contact. I had no chance from there on. And then on the last turn, he caught up some lapped cars, and I saw the win. I had it in my hands, but then he decided to defend the left side, and I just got squeezed between him and another car.
Yeah, we saw that. Yeah, the back markers played a massive game in that one, didn't they? They were heavily involved in it.
Yeah.
Obviously, they weren't intending to be, but yeah. When people like you and Alberto come steaming up behind them, I'm sure it's an intimidating prospect for them. So. I bet they're wondering, why have I got like 500 house bricks in the back of my car? But yeah, second race, you were up 9 positions. Same as Alberto, funnily enough. You shadowed each other the entire race. You split the strategy a little bit. We were on board with you at one point, and you were massively off the gas, like hugely off the gas. And I know now why, because you picked up a whopping 4 seconds in the pit stop. That's pretty impressive, I have to say.
Yeah, I was just
4 seconds.
4 seconds.
Yeah, I took 4 liters of fuel. I was just trying. You know, with the rain, I have no idea how much fuel I could save.
Yeah.
If it rained more, I probably could have not stopped, but it started drying up a bit, so I started using more fuel. But yeah, I was just fuel saving as much as I could, and try to see where that would lead me in the end. Yeah, if I knew that now, I would have pushed instead of saving, because I think I could have stick up with Gonzalo and Pete probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a nice race. Fuel saving in the rain, that's a first for sure. It didn't go as well as I expected, but it was still good. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. It's just crazy racing on these conditions, especially on this track. That I don't know. We are going down the hill, and all of a sudden we are 90 degrees crossed up, and we can still drive it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I think everybody drove brilliantly tonight, to be honest. Miguel, honestly, there were so many cars on that track. It was so busy, and there was so little incident. All we had was clean, exciting racing. Everybody was trying to keep it clean, and everybody was trying to race, and it was very exciting. A heck of an evening, and Donington really provided tonight. It did, in the rain.
To be honest, if this if it hadn't rained, I think it will be carnage this race because Donington invites some aggressiveness,
so fast, isn't it?
It's very easy to crash on this track. Most of the turns you need to take one very specific line, and if someone goes side by side, there will be a contact. But with the rain, it changes everything, and people need to be more cautious. And yeah, it was awesome racing here today.
Right, okay, and you can obviously go and tell Wobbly that the fact that he doesn't like it, that means he's wrong, because this is one of the best tracks ever. Okay.
He would probably have enjoyed this tonight.
I don't think he would have done, because he moans about this. He moans about this track. But Greg DeFrom was, with the drop score, was 10 points ahead of you going into this round, with the drop score. I think you've hauled that all back, and I think you're probably going to be on top of the podium, on top of the championship again.
Like to hear that.
Yeah, James Holman didn't have such a good time. He was third in the championship going into this race. He finished 10th in the second race. I think you're going to get yourself back on the top spot, but I don't know by how much over Greg. Soon we will find out once I've uploaded the points.
We've got an exciting race next week as well.
Oh yes, we do. Do you want to tell him where it is, Alan?
Isn't it the Walls?
It's the Walls at Long Beach, yeah. So see, that's all you can say to that one, really, isn't it? It's danger on every corner, literally every corner. There's no safe place on that track.
Wait to see that with 40 of these cars going around there.
I know. I'm gonna have to do 2 broadcasts, Alan. I'm gonna have to do 2 whole broadcasts just to capture it all. And do you go well around Long Beach? I think I remember you winning at Long Beach.
I don't remember. I don't have a good memory, to be honest.
Ah, okay. Neither do I, as you can probably tell from the broadcasts. But anyway, anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go?
Yeah, a big shout out to Andreas. He has been the unluckiest guy on track for the past few rounds. He's always getting involved in someone else's problems. And yeah, he's still fighting, and yeah, today his pace was very good. I think we could both have ended top 5 in both races. But yeah, he had some problems, had to DNF today. But yeah, he was doing just great, and yeah, it's a shame that he's getting unlucky in this league. But yeah, he will be back stronger.
Good, yeah, good.
Yeah, indeed he will, because he fits in. He's a very good driver. He's in your team. That says it. You don't get in your team without being a really good driver. I hope he has things come to him, because I love it that you've got a teammate. I really love it that you've got a bit of support and somebody else in your colours.
Yeah, one with a bit of intelligence, unlike Wobbly, funnily enough. But I mean, he did all right in the first race. He got 9th.
Having 3 impulse cars is better than having 1.
Yeah, too right.
It's 3 times as good, isn't it?
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with that, actually. But yes, anybody you want to shout out to, other than, we can't say Wobbly. Can't say Wobbly. That's
no shout out to Wobbly this time.
Good. Right, we like you a little bit more every time. In that case, we will let you go and start your practice for Long Beach, because it's going to be a challenging race nonetheless. Miguel Freitas, split everybody.
Yeah.
Well done, Miguel. Thank you.
Thank you.
Long Beach, honestly.
It's going to be a belter of a race, that like.
I'm excited already. Just the thought of just trying to get away from the grid with this lot on Long Beach. Oh my word, it's going to be thrilling minute, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Better bring your band-aids.
Right, okay, we're about to interview somebody I don't think I've spoken to.
Mr. Hurley. Are we going to bring Mr. Hurley in? Have we spoken to Mr. Hurley before?
No, I don't think I have. So, welcome to the booth, hopefully, with the microphone that works. Paul Hurley.
Good evening.
Oh, he's there. Right, excellent. Let's find you on track so everybody knows who we're talking to.
Blade Designs. Paul.
Hello, Alan.
Blade Designs, just an average sim racer, JAS. Fantastic liveries. Can't miss them on the track.
Thank Mr. Crowther for those.
Oh, very good.
Oh, well done to him.
Yeah,
right. He makes those. They're all his work.
Oh, these people who do that are just brilliant, aren't they, Paul? Honestly. Yeah. How did they do that?
he loves it. He started in COVID when he had nothing to do, and he's got a real passion for it.
Ah, good. Right.
I have to say, Roger Morton does it for a result. He's kind of taken over that. And, he's just... he started it because we were all too bloody bone idle, and fortunately it turned out he got really good in the end.
If anyone wants delivery for a small fee, Deck will oblige you.
Excellent. Okay, Deck Crowther, everybody, for your paint requirements. I mean, the artwork on it is excellent. The back of it is just phenomenal. I don't know what the animation is on the back.
Terrifying.
But great. So first race, and to ridiculous fanfare. Class victory for Amclass. Well done to you, beating Rob Sutherland, who is he's tough to beat, isn't he?
He's definitely faster than the rest of us in that class, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, he was running at the end. He was right on me as well. Okay. And going into the chicane, I kind of broke too late. I was like, oh no! But it just hooked up, and I just managed to keep ahead of him by about less than half a second, I think, at the end.
0.4 of a second, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
One more lap, and he would have had me.
Oh well, that didn't happen. There wasn't one more lap, so you won.
No. Yeah. Sounds very exciting, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
And then, so I mean, you had a good thrashing all the way through that race with everybody. Like you say, you finished only 0.4 of a second ahead of him. You were 3 seconds ish behind Renee Earhart, which is,
pretty good going these days. He's going like the clappers.
Too right.
He must have had enough though.
He did. But still, I mean, you're talking about a 5K driver. And that's still brilliant to be so close to him at the end. Don't forget, you've all got the same chance of getting the same experiences. You could have been off the track as well. I mean, that's part of racing. You got to be there. The fact that you some people use the word luck. It's not. It's staying out of the trouble, and that's skill. So you've done really well, like really well. And in the second race,
I didn't get a lot of incident. I didn't get hardly any incident points, and that was my thinking going into it. Was I'm not very good in the rain. I don't particularly like it, so it's just keep it on the island.
Keep it on the island. Yeah. That sounds like me, and I actually enjoy it because it makes me slow down and just try and keep it on the road. And and amazing. And when you do that, then people fall off all around you, don't they?
Yes, definitely. But to be fair, to everyone's credit, start of both the races, considering the conditions and how close it was, I thought that was really good. It was really clean.
Yeah, that's what you'd say so. I think so as well. I thought it was stupendous by everybody to actually get away 2 clean starts in these conditions. I thought it was absolutely astonishing.
For the amount of cars, there wasn't that many big offs, was there?
No, it was incredibly clean all night. You just make me so proud of you, honestly, because you race so hard, everybody's competitive, but it's the manner that people race. They race like gentlemen. Everybody's trying to do that. It doesn't always work, but everybody's trying, and that's a fantastic thing. It's valuable and precious.
I love that about this league. I mean, you're going to get incidents, but they're going to be born out of mistakes rather than malice. So.
Yeah. Very rare we see anything nefarious in this league. And when we do see incidents, generally it's repaid with giving the position back in true gentlemanly fashion. Too right.
Yeah.
But very healthy racing. In the second race, you finished 26th overall. Where did you finish in class? Is that P2? Yeah. Because Chris Dixon got the third spot. That's right. So again, a good points haul, a really good points haul. You gave best to Rob in that one, didn't you? Because he finished 21st. But you started the race in 7th in the AM Championship, 65 points behind Kurt, who had a bit of a nightmare, if I'm being honest. And Chris Dixon, who did really well tonight, very solid performance. Silas had a bit of a rough ride, a very rough ride in turn 1, in race 1, I should say. Recovered it a little bit in race 2. So I think that's gonna. Who was it on the chat? Said, it was Alex Savillano later that said that it's gonna shuffle the chips or shake up the chips or whatever. And I think he's absolutely right. It's all the way through. All 3 divisions of this league are going to change significantly after this one. The rain really played to some people's strengths, and I think you've monopolised on that because you seem to drive nice and smooth. And if you got very few incidents, then rain suits you a lot.
Apparently, but it's not my favourite. But
no, I think it's probably Paul's terrified of the rain, so that makes him keep it in the middle of the road.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, too right.
That is part of it. Yeah, I think just get it going off. But yeah, shout out to Chris Dixon. Actually, he actually towards the end of the second race, he was definitely faster than me, and he was catching, and he had a little off. But yeah, he did really well. He did really well.
Oh, well said.
Yeah,
well said.
That's nice. That's very nice to hear.
It is.
Yeah.
And you got footage of you filling in Rob Sutherland's windscreen with rain, so that's good. Anybody? Oh, well, actually, we go to Long Beach next time. We're obviously going to pray for a dry race, but the iRacing gods may be against us. How'd you go at Long Beach?
I didn't used to like it, but we did one of our sort of Friday fun nights in SRL recently, and yeah, I really took to it. Only that one hairpin is a bit of a pig.
It's horrendous, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's absolutely horrendous. The start of Shoreline Drive,
Yeah. There's not an easy way around it, so content yourself with that. Everyone else is struggling as well.
But more fun than I thought it would be. And small margin for error with the walls, so we'll see.
Yeah. I find it exciting. I love going there. It's a great cause to me because it means I can't go so far offline.
Well, if tonight's anything to go by, hopefully everyone will start the first lap clean, but it could end up a bit of a scrapyard.
Well, it won't be for want of people trying, Paul, because we saw it tonight. We saw how hard everybody was trying, and we'll have the same there. People really want to finish the races. They want to be involved, and to do that, you've got to get past the first lap.
Yes. So I'm glad I got a good point tonight because I actually missed Daytona. So
yes,
well,
and
people only human.
Another race, so I'm a race down. So
well, is there anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go?
Yeah, just everyone for keeping it clean, you guys for the broadcast and the work you put in, and the guys in my Discord who are giving me support towards the end of the race there, let me know what's going on. So and to Chris, well done, Chris. He had a good race there.
Awesome stuff, and well said. Yeah, very good. We will see you at Long Beach, trying to avoid the walls and hopefully bring back a class victory. Paul Hurley, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
No, well done, mate.
Thank you. Good night.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Right, next up, we will have a look towards someone else in the AM class standings. Chris Dixon, good evening.
Evening. Oh, Chris. Well done, matey.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, nice night's racing. Was that 2 third places in your class?
Apparently, yeah, that's what Fee was telling me.
Yeah, that's
I was
really good.
Concentrating on the road in front of me, and I threw that second race away. I made a mistake, and if I hadn't made that mistake, I'd probably have had a good chance of staying up there with Rob, but because we had a good battle in the first race.
Right, yeah, you did. Obviously, the top 2 positions in your class, Paul Hurley and Rob Sutherland, were like nanometers apart, but you weren't far behind them in that one. You were less than a second behind them at the finish. It was a brilliant bit of footage watching the 3 of you coming across for the AM class finish. So yeah, in the second race, similarly, just as change of positions at the very front, so Rob beat Paul in that one. It's been the 3 of you shining at the top of the AM class standings this week.
Yeah,
I definitely enjoyed the wet. It makes a difference. It levels the playing field a little bit.
Yeah, it's a fascinating thing, don't you think, Chris? Because some people have just got a bit of gift for the wet, haven't they? You don't know who it's going to be because they come from all over, but some people have a feel for the wet and some people don't.
Yeah,
it's not because people enjoy it or not, because people who don't particularly enjoy it have a bit of a feel for it. But it's amazing to me that how the wet brings out a different side of drivers.
Yeah, it certainly does. I mean, it was very slippy, especially through the trainers. I had a few incidents there where I thought, oh, this is it, we've gone, and it just seemed to bite and keep going, so it was alright.
Yeah, don't downplay it, because once the cars start to go, especially the TCRs, it's very difficult to regain them. You know, it's we saw lots of cars out in the weeds and in the sand traps. So you know, be proud of yourself that you got the car around. Got 2 podiums out of it tonight.
Yeah.
That's a good points haul, and you're doing really well in the championship. You are currently 5th. I think you'll overtake Silas tonight because he had very, very bad luck in that first race.
Yeah.
I didn't see him, so.
Right, okay. You beat Dan Lewis. Where was Dan? Yeah, he had a terrible second race. Terrible, unfortunately. So
we had coming together in the I don't know if best or the second race. I can't remember. There was just a little nudge. I went sideways, then it I think was Kurt.
Yeah, that'll be in the first race because I remember that when you said Kurt there, it was definitely the first race.
Yeah, so I will send Kurt a message. I was out of control because I've been turned sideways, but there was no malice in it. It was just the weather.
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
I thought you drove great tonight, Chris. I do think you stood out a bit to me. I thought that was a bit of a golden performance by you tonight. Well done, mate.
Me too. Yeah,
very much, Alan.
Should be where you and I live, Chris. We're used to driving in the rain, aren't we?
We are, yeah. It's 9 times out of 10 wherever you are here, it's raining.
yeah, not a joke either, folks. We live in the permanent wet season of the UK. But yeah, any shout-outs you want to give before we let you go and start your practice for Long Beach?
Just the general, all the lads. I mean, Paul and Rob for good racing tonight, and also helped out on Thursday last week. But I haven't been on since Thursday last week, so I was ill all week. So.
Oh, matey.
Oh dear, you do sound like you're suffering.
Yeah, a bit rough.
Yeah, I'm struggling a bit. But, it was. But yeah, just the general yourselves and all the team results for helping out and one for watching all the view.
Very well said.
Yeah.
Very well said. In that case, we'll go and let you find some lemsip and a comfy blanket, and get yourself back healthy again. Chris Dixon, everybody.
Night, guys.
Well done, matey. Thank you, Chris.
Very good. And then last into the booth tonight. Oh, that scared the pants off me. That absolutely terrified me, Alan. So last into the booth. He loves doing that as well. Is Andy Littler. Good evening.
Hello. First of all, I'd like to explain the extraordinary
I'm sure you do, yeah.
Over to you.
Oh, we're all across. Hold on, I'm all ears. Hold on, I've turned them on.
I didn't have a clue what the hell had happened, and I got told at the end of the race what happened by Dan. Spoke to Dan and was it Andreas?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I've apologised to Dan, but I didn't manage to get hold of Andreas, so I've put a note on the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I was blinking like mad coming down the hill.
Okay.
And I've lost it, gone off the track, and when I've come back on, I'm in the middle of an accident, and I was like, what the hell's happened?
Yeah, okay. So you weren't actually aware of anything that you couldn't see anything.
No, and I've just watched it back, and I don't even remember putting my foot on the accelerator. I'm like, how the hell have I gone across the track?
To be fair, that might have just been the connection, because years ago, well, it was a bit dodgy years ago. There was all sorts of weird stuff used to happen. I don't know whether you were on iRacing when we had landmines and we had.
Yes.
Yeah. So weird things used to happen.
No, it was most peculiar, Andy.
Very out of character.
The car went from stationary, came on a pit, and went to the middle of the track and stopped. Do you know what I mean?
Well, for some reason, my replay didn't.
Yeah, it was bizarre.
Yeah, so I just watched it on the stream now. I was like, oh my god, that's.
Yeah, no, it looked terrible, but it's just not something that would happen in the normal run of things.
Yeah.
Oh no.
You know, there was something.
I was trying to be
about it.
ultra cautious with everybody tonight because I was struggling like crazy there. So.
Yeah, I mean, I remember saying at the time of the accident that looks like a technical issue, but at the same time didn't. But the explanation is there now, so. Yeah, you made your car very airborne on the front of Andreas's car.
Did it? Oh,
oh yeah, you were in orbit, mate.
Yeah. A bit of groveling required. But he won't know that you're out of control, so you know.
Elon
well, I've
must
spoke to
want
Dan,
some
and
of his
Dan said he'll
satellites
pass
back.
it on. But,
yeah. Sending him a message. That's all you can do. And anyway, it's heartfelt and honest. So it's not like I don't know. You didn't choose to appear in front of him out of nowhere, dear. Not like you did. So
I struggled all night, to be honest, with the FPS and everything on there. I think it was just the rain and everything else, and the internet connection is not brilliant here. So, but I managed to get out there, so that's the main thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you did fantastically well. And we go to Long Beach next time, so hopefully no connection issues for you there. Because if you get even a slight one, you're going to be in a concrete wall.
Oh God, yeah.
Andy loves Long Beach. He's actually he's very good at Long Beach.
Cool, that's good.
I've done all right there.
No, it's good because you have to be good at ducking.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely right.
Apart from that stupid hairpin at the last bend.
Well, I was going to.
Everybody's favourite car. I don't understand anybody. It's lovely. I love it there. It's excruciating the way it calls you apart trying to get around that thing.
I don't know. I was going to say this when we were talking to Paul Hurley. I don't think that the hairpin rather is the problem corner. Turn 1 is the problem corner.
Really, you think so?
Oh yeah.
Well, it does. Yeah, and it's only a problem because you hit it faster.
Exactly
You're hitting it harder.
Exactly that.
That's the only thing.
The problem with that corner is if you go wide enough right, you end up getting a slowdown.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
And if you don't go right on the sort of halfway on that pit lane exit, you're not going to make the corner.
Exactly.
Sudden death. Well, slow down, sudden death. Nice choices.
Yeah. So turn 1, folks. That's where it's going to be at next week.
Well, yes, I can see where you're coming from. I think the thing is, you can get round. It is possible to get around T1 safely. It's not possible to get around that last bugger safely at all.
No, it's not. You're absolutely right. Yeah, and because you're more cautious of the hairpin, you drive it more safely as a result. Whereas turn 1, you think, oh right, well it's fairly open. It's not. You can turn in easily. You can't. And if any car is anywhere near you, you're gonna die. So. Turn 1 is the lethal one. I will prove myself right, no doubt.
I'm better by the minute. Sounds better by the minute. Let's hope it's raining.
It doesn't rain at Long Beach, does it? Anyway.
Will do when we're there.
Well, probably. Anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go, Andy?
Yeah, Chris apparently had a very good night tonight. I've not watched it back yet, but he's 2 third places, I believe.
Yeah. Podium.
Double podium.
Yeah. And obviously all the teammates and you guys for putting on the broadcast, and
they did great as well. They had good pace.
Sincere apologies.
Yeah, I'm sure with your apology and your apology and your explanation will be well received. Connections and such a pain for everybody at times, so there'll be sympathy there, I'm sure. Eventually.
Yeah.
One day.
Eventually.
Well, we will see you at Long Beach, hopefully making your way around nice and safely and not into a wall somewhere. Andy Littler, everybody.
Okay, good night, folks.
Good night, Andy.
Right.
Cool.
Oh, I love that car.
Yeah. It's good.
It looks great with that green.
It does, doesn't it? It
goes with the orange so beautifully. Beautiful.
What's your?
I think I was like carrots.
What's your colour on that car? I can't remember now. It's been so long since.
Mine, I'm British Racing Green.
Oh, you are. You're green, yeah. The Lotus
I've been British Racing Green forever because I'm an old fart. Right. So we're at a troublesome point, which is driver of the meeting. What are you going to do about it?
Right,
we've got all these worthy winners and we've got all these worthy performers.
Yeah.
It's
tough. This, however,
it is.
You've got to look at David Johansson, obviously, race victory, which is no mean feat.
And the style of it. And the style
of it.
Well.
Yeah. Pete Newman did spectacularly well until he kind of didn't, and he ran out of go-go juice.
Yes, but the brave attempt and the fantastic driving to make it go, and the last 2 laps where he had an empty fuel tank but still managed to keep him fast in front of some of the fastest drivers in the world.
Yeah.
What can you say? It's very, very tough.
Yeah, Alberto Cigolini for winning the first race, doing brilliantly in the second race, came home right behind Miguel Freitas, and then having the bravery really to come into an interview room.
Yes.
Not speaking, the language of us.
I'm bringing an interpreter.
I'm bringing an interpreter with him, and what a great interview that was. Then we've got who else? Well, James Gomez for joining him in the interview, I guess. Then
we've got
Paul Hurley.
Jay was great as well tonight. It was in the PVG though. I think deserves special mention.
Yeah, PVG did very well
great tonight in the wet.
And then we got Paul Hurley.
All did great.
Chris Dixon, fantastic performance, really. Double podium. Paul Hurley got a double podium. But I think my particular vote, is going to go to Alberto Cigolini, because it's not just the race win, it's doing a fantastic job and brilliant overtaking throughout the race, and then having that bravery to come into an interview room and not, be speaking the language of the interviewers. And he's done a brilliant job of that, and such a nice team to have as well in our league, ADX, JCB.
Yes,
and both the ADX teams. So my vote tonight is going to go to Alberto Cigolini for the reasons I have just stated.
Yes.
Right, that gives you. I mean, if you want 2 votes again, you be greedy, Alan. You be greedy. Plenty of.
Well, you've given it done to Alberto. I'm going to give one to Pete.
Oh, right, okay.
Pete.
Which one? Which Pete? Be clear, because they both had good races.
Newman.
Right, okay.
I want to give them both the Pete's one, but I thought Pete did a great job, and I think it was brave to try for the fuel saving, and he very nearly made it work, didn't he? He was so close.
So close.
But apart from that, he had absolutely sparkling pace all night. He was flying around this track in the rain. It was superb, and well done, Pete, and well done everybody tonight. I'm absolutely blown away by everybody's driving tonight. You're amazing. Well done.
Yeah, I'm very proud of everybody that turned up and raced in sketchy conditions. Thank you to everybody on the chat. The chat was alive all night. Huge amount of people watching, and it's been a pleasure to broadcast this one.
Are you going to watch next week, Pete?
Yeah, that's right. Thanks to you, Alan.
Are you just going to be? Are we going to do guessing? I like the guessing ones.
Well, why not? Let's just guess.
Exciting. Well, I think we should do blindfold commentary.
Why not? I mean, it's just genius. But yeah. Stay safe, everybody. Thanks to you, Alan, for keeping this the entertaining and professional broadcast that it should be. So yeah, stay safe. See you next week, folks. Long Beach, don't miss it. Don't forget this weekend, the V8's race yet again straight away.
Oh, racing again this week.
Yeah.
Don't miss the V8s, folks.
Yeah, too right.
Because classy drivers in there, and it's very exciting racing.
It will be, because it's at Belle Isle, so more concrete.
More walls.
Yeah,
that's the two best wall tracks that we know of, I think.
I know. It's
I like Belle Isle.
It's a feast. It's a feast, folks. So yeah, join us on Saturday, and I'll hand you over now to Sir Alan to give his thanks. So good night, everybody. Stay safe, and I'll see you very shortly.
Thanks to Pete, because he's done a fantastic job tonight. And so much when you've got a group of 40 cars, and it's impossible to be everywhere at once. But he does a damn good job of trying to be, and leading the commentary as well. So my thanks to him, because he's awesome. I don't have to individualise anybody tonight, because everybody's absolutely driven a spunking race. There's been so much action, so much excitement, so much commitment, grit, determination, and skill. It was awesome racing. Heaven knows how it's going to go next week with a grid full. It's a very, if you're not seeing the circuit, Long Beach is fantastic. It's tight, it's twisty, it's scary. There's not room for 40 cars. So it's going to be fun fitting them on there, isn't it? And we'll see you next week, my dears. Night, night. Give me that big chord, Pete.